How's it going? Oh, I
I
forgot to
hope you are
start the
all having a
music like an idiot. Hold
fabulous
on.
Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah, get me that
What
goddamn
a
music.
what a dummy.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome
God.
to the final week of Shark Week.
Woohoo.
We're all very excited to have you here with us. We've got all kinds of delightful things happening, including some lovely sponsors. First of all, I'd like to shout out Gemmed Firefly, who is our merch sponsor for the Foundation for Inclusivity in Gaming.
Ooh.
They are absolutely glorious. And if you would like to go and grab some merch from them, you can hit that link right there in the chat. They do fabulous, super comfy t-shirts and all kinds of fucking delightful stuff, and I love it. So we love Matt for it. I'm very excited because not this week, but next week, we are going to be releasing for the Foundation of Inclusivity in Gaming, the owner of Gemmed Firefly's 2 adventures.
Oh dang.
That's right.
They're both
We're
done?
gonna do
That's
yeah,
awesome.
we're gonna do a bundle, our first bundle, and then we will do our February bundle, which is going to be Bashir Gauss's adventure and both of the Dungeon Glitch adventures. So I'm super excited about
Nice.
that.
I have a t-shirt, it just
Kyle
says NPC
Brogger.
energy.
Right.
Half of my wardrobe is Gem Firefly, honestly.
Right?
It
I hope
looks
that
awesome.
I really hope that NPC energy shirt is a red shirt. I need it to be a red
Oh,
shirt.
You can get it around. You
I
can
think
get
it comes
in
in
any
red,
color.
yeah. It does.
comes
It
in
comes
Absolutely.
red.
Absolutely.
Um,
It needs to be a red shirt.
And you can use code Amber15 for 15% off your order at Gemmed Firefly.
You sure
Use
can. So go hit, if you want some fabulous Fig merch, go hit that fabulous link right there and then use Amber's code to get 15% off that delightful merchandise.
Is it in chat?
It's
Type in
wonderful.
chat.
It
The
is.
link is in chat.
Well, the
It
code.
is.
Oh,
Oh yeah, throw that
Yeah.
in chat. Make that happen.
I might get the
Um,
mug. The mug looks awesome, honestly.
I'm really excited
Oh,
about
which
the
one?
mug.
The black one.
oh, the fig mug.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
Those
like
look
it.
nice.
I like it.
You need to get
And
the fig shirt.
yeah, you do, Amber. Racist. Anybody who doesn't have a fig shirt is a racist. That's how you know now. That's the
Gotta
new
get
that's the new
Oh
rubric
shit, okay.
on
Oh,
that.
shit.
Yeah, get it. I feel like that would like I really now I want that to be a thing. Like the way you
Shit,
let
I'm
people know you are not racist is by
They're
wearing a
intense.
fig shirt.
That just
Being
that just
cyberbullied.
reminds me of
Right.
the Nathan For You
Absolutely.
episode where he had there was like a toy, and the marketing campaign was like to all the children, like, if you don't have this toy, it's the only
You're a
way
racist.
that people will
Oh,
know you're not a
yeah.
baby.
Oh, wow.
And it fucking
Wow.
worked, but
Oh
it
my
like the
God.
ad was so messed up.
That is insane.
I ain't no
don't-
baby.
Someone,
Wow.
I was talking to somebody about that this week. Anyway, sorry.
That's so funny.
Yeah. While we are on the subject of Fig and fabulous things, let's talk about Realm Warp Media, who's the publisher for all of the magnificent mythologies that we are doing. We are, like we said, we have got one out right now by Bashir Gauss called A Stormy Wedding, which you should absolutely go over to our, I think we've got a code here for adventure. Yep. There is the page for drive-through on drive-through RPG to get Bashir Gauss's adventure. Bashir has also, if you are aware of the new drop from Wizards of the Coast, the Radiant Citadel, he is one of the writers for the Radiant Citadel. And now he has written a fabulous adventure with us. So go and check that out. It is super fun. We played it on Saturday and it's just delightful. It is just
It was great.
so much fun. And we are going to be coming out with a bundle next week from Dungeon Glitch. So yes, definitely check that out. And check out soulsrolls.com because Soul is fabulous and does all kinds of things to help you get through the day and get through your life. you can go over, see all kinds of really great articles about burnout and how to avoid it, about how to use self-care in ways that actually work. And you can sign up for a half an hour with Soul to go over all kinds of stuff and help develop a plan so that you don't get burned out, and that you can keep doing these delightful things for a very long time. I won't say forever and ever, because none of us will get to do it forever and ever, but for a while. Yeah, so hey, let's start with hey Gulch, what did you get up to last week?
I remember that I was charmed, and then all of a sudden just kind of floating in what looked like the void.
Yeah.
Just floating
You were.
endlessly. With just everyone around. Bunch of silver threads connecting all of us, or all of us back to our bodies. And we had to convince those hags that, hey, you absolutely just killed people.
Yeah, they didn't realize, like, it was not an intentional thing. In the Feywild, everybody just lives. You know, you die and then you just come back. You know, it's fine. It's fine.
Not a problem.
Apparently here in our world, that's not the case. So there's a lot of half pirates now
God.
laying around. It's not great. Not great.
Little pirate parts.
It's gross. It's gross.
But I would also like to shout out Hero Forge and D&D Beyond. We've got their affiliate codes down in the links below in the About section on this page. We love Hero Forge because, as you can see, we utilize them to create fabulous 3D models of our awesome characters here that you can see behind our lovely players. They also do physical 3D miniatures. So you can order from them, get them painted and sent directly to your doorstep, which I love. So go hit up Hero Forge for some fabulous minis. In addition, of course, D&D Beyond, because there is no better place to make sure that your head doesn't explode when you're trying to keep track of the 732 books that are now out for 5e. So, so very excited about that. Thank you, D&D Beyond, for being a fabulous supporter this whole time. We are, in fact, going to be giving away a set of mythic dice today to celebrate the end of Shark Week.
Ooh,
Yay!
nice.
I love it. So we'll be giving away regular dice and fabulous digital dice. Hey, Reginald, how was your week last week?
Oh my god, I had the biggest breakthrough of all of the arcane. I mean, I was in the Silver Waste. I was there, and I saw all of the everything and nothing. It was fantastic. And now I'm back on the prime material. I mean, like, how much more boring can it get? It's just...
Yeah. It's just Sharknadoes and hags and,
I mean,
you know, horny black dragons. And,
just the nice casual stuff. I want the real extreme abyssal dreadnoughts, like, or ethereal.
I guess we're gonna have to create an abyssal dreadnought at this point now.
Oh god, what have I done?
Maybe this is gonna be a whole new thing. Like every plane has to have its own kind of dreadnought. We've just faced the astral dreadnought.
Oh god. Oh god.
I will
one that's
send
just
you.
A guy. There's one that's just a guy.
Just a fucking guy.
Yeah.
Just a dude.
I feel like that would be like, absolutely, that would be. What would that be? I feel like maybe that's like, that would be. Maybe not Arborea, probably.
That's one of the
the Grey Wastes.
That's
That
one
would
of
be the Grey Wastes of Hades.
Okay. Yeah.
We're
That would
just a
just
guy.
Who's that dude?
Just
oh yeah,
a guy.
That's the
Just
dreadnought.
looks like a guy. It's fine.
What?
He got named
And then he
a dreadnought as a
punches
joke.
you, and you get like I would absolutely do that. Where it's like all the hags in the Grey Waste know this guy, and they're all scared of him, and no one knows why. And it's because every time he punches someone, they just turn into an actual lemure. Like you
There
just
you
turn
go.
into this slimy worm thing.
Oh god.
Just a goofy little punch on the shoulder, and you're a lemure now. You
Yep.
know,
Yeah.
It's just
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the thing. You cannot touch them.
oh, that's sad.
Yeah, it's delightful. It's super great. There's yes. So now let's say hey to Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a fabulous digital game that we absolutely adore, where you get to play, guess what? Champions of the Forgotten Realms.
What?
Yeah, I want to know which one is your favorite, Lando?
My favorite is Jarlaxle because he has a
Oh,
fabulous
that's
hat.
my favorite too.
What?
I was
That's
I was
crazy.
I was really asking to see if you had a different favorite.
Oh.
Are there
But-
any other heroes? There are other heroes.
I mean, honestly,
can be
if
like
you have
Patty Bree, you
Jarlaxle,
can
do you
be-
even need anybody else?
I mean, you do need some
Oh,
synergies.
well,
Let's be
Right?
real.
Okay.
Let's be real. There's just all kinds of fabulous characters that you can play, and they're adding new ones all the time as we learn more and more about different people in the Forgotten Realms setting. So I love that. And if you use the code that you see on your screen, you can in fact get a free Electrum chest in the game, which gives you all kinds of fabulous little things. You get some loot. You got some loot from us.
Yeah,
Just from plain Nerd Alice, from us, getting some loot.
we got you.
So now, hey, Karhani, what happened to you last
What
week?
didn't happen
Anything
to me last week? I had a cocktail on the beach. I, sat my happy ass in the sand and let all the no, absolutely not. I had never activated my planar touchstone before, and that obviously came to some interesting results. But I'm glad Reginald finally got to see. I'm glad that Reginald finally got to see the astral plane, because that was fucking terrifying.
That's nice.
Yeah, good for Reginald. Bad for the rest of us who almost died a couple times. It's fine. But it cemented the fact that I guess we're all demigods in some kind of way. Kinda question mark. It's all good.
Huh?
Yeah, we are.
We did it.
Yeah, you did.
Who knew? Who
You
would
did.
have thought?
Karhani, very specifically, though, also created a silver cord for an astral dreadnought.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was a thing.
you gotta bury the lead a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's delightful. I'm absolutely 100% down with that. Creating a physical body for an astral creature that shouldn't, ever have one. That's not a thing.
Who are we to dictate who should and shouldn't have a body, despite the fact that I literally gave somebody a body?
Yeah, absolutely. Now it's a dead body lying in the
They
sand.
had it.
It was
They had it at
theirs.
some point.
Yeah. Yeah, they did it.
Bless you.
I'm
Bless you.
I'm allergic to astral dreadnoughts. Who knew?
Oh no. It's a good thing they're not very common.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. This is distressing.
That would be.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. What about you, Duraxis?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. We got kind of shunted into the astral plane, which was
Absolutely.
not fun.
No, that's true.
Well, did technically a lot of people die? Because when we killed it,
There were several. Yeah.
okay, at least
There were a
several
lot.
people died. Okay, a lot. It was a lot. I just didn't know if they came back when we killed it.
But of the thousands of creatures that were present, only a couple dozen of them.
Yeah, I mean our ratio is pretty good considering
So,
everything.
yeah.
Ratio.
So we
Yeah.
only get ratio Astral Dreadnought. Um, uh,
L plus
Yeah.
ratio plus you're dead now plus.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
get shit on Astral Dreadnought.
Wow,
Get
that's
got.
not very
So-
nice at
Get
all.
got. Absolutely
Good
get
Yeah,
got.
so after we like I think we like had a dragon take a tower and like stab it in the stomach.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty nuts. We like did like a 3-piece combo move.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty fantastic.
which is super exciting.
Yeah, and
I
then
loved it.
and then we came back. We got woken up, which was good because that place sucked. And then on top of everything, my I guess you could call her the worst person in the world. And I don't even want to say her name, and it's not because I can't remember it, but it's because I hate her so much. That's why. She came back, and now she's a Drider.
Insight
Yeah.
check.
And I...
Does he actually remember the name?
Right.
we gotta roll. We'll see.
Right. Let's see.
Um,
Roll.
Yeah, so
Back.
she's back, and she's a Drider, and yeah, basically,
not great.
fuck my life. 9? Hold on. Let's see.
No idea.
I think you have no idea.
That's so funny.
Oh, and
that's
that
a
one,
nat
but it's still higher.
Oh, man. That's funny.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't
Diraxis.
know if that works.
I'm sorry,
I don't know.
with that nat one, Diraxis, you fumble so badly this deception that you just start crying. Like it's just like you just can't hide. You just can't hide your hatred at all.
I couldn't remember
Just
her name. I was.
Absolutely.
I was lying.
It was the name of
Absolutely.
the city.
It's all so sad. It's all
I
so
don't
sad.
remember anything. I pretend to be smart, but I'm not.
You don't.
I'm not.
Don't remember a damn thing.
People
Not
just
man.
kind of
Not
like
even one.
me for some reason. I don't really know why. I do. I'm not a smart person. Reginald, you're a person.
I got
That's
you, bro.
right.
I'll do
That's
the
right.
remembering from now on.
Yeah, please do.
Well, I'm glad
Rest.
you're here to comfort each other.
Yeah. Hug.
Thank you. We'll hug it out.
Thank God. Just thank God. Like, well, yay! Are you all ready? Also, there is a dice giveaway today, not just from D&D Beyond, but from Phoenix Dice.
Phoenix Dice.
We love
Fantastic.
Phoenix Dice. Phoenix Dice makes all of their dice from recycled materials because they love the world we live in just as much as all the worlds we play in.
They do.
And if you hit !raffle, you can be entered to win Phoenix Dice.
Yeah.
I
I
can.
love it.
I can be entered to win.
You
Phoenix Dice.
can.
I got
You
mine right
can.
here.
You sure can. I'm gonna enter right now. I'm gonna enter
I
that
won the
raffle.
Phoenix Dice last week.
You
So-
did.
Did.
I'm gonna do this, and then if I win the raffle, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it away. Oh my God!
Oh.
Yay! Welcome,
Welcome,
Wolves together.
Raiders.
Hey.
Welcome, Raiders.
You just missed me
Welcome,
crying.
Raiders.
So
Yeah.
it was a
missed
great
you
time
crying.
to
There
come.
was lots of crying.
After
Yeah,
that.
we had to.
Lots
we had to
of-
hold
lots
an
of sponsors.
intervention.
Yeah.
Very
oh,
emotional.
Fine.
It's
Cool.
very sad.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Hey, hit !raffle if you would like to be entered to win a digital set of dice from D&D Beyond and or a real set of dice.
A real
from-
one.
from Phoenix Dice. Oh my God.
Oh.
And Amber
Let's get
just
it
gave out
started.
5
Let's-
community subs.
yeah.
Thank you
Let's
Let's get it
so
started.
much. That's amazing. And that puts us, we just hit a fabulous landmark, 100 subscribers. So
Oh, that's
thank you. That's
fantastic.
amazing.
Thank you.
And with that, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna do immediately a fabulous dice raffle.
Let's
So
do it.
since we
What?
hit that
Page.
100, so while everybody is entering, hitting exclamation point raffle, because we're gonna do a raffle right now.
Yeah, double
And then we're
down.
also
Right now.
going to do a raffle at the end. So hit that raffle button. We'll tell you how you can join in the fun here at Playnard Allies. So there's a million ways for you to participate. The first one is ally points. If you would like to, you know, just by watching the stream, you gain ally points and you can change the way things go with different roles, giving people advantage or disadvantage or giving them hints or all kinds of fabulous stuff. Also, if we hit a raid chain, things change for the whole stream really dramatically, including getting blessed, getting heroism for the team, all kinds of fabulous things like that, which we adore. Then also, we have got, if you throw bits or subs, you get all kinds of delightful things. You did get sucked up in the raid. Welcome. Hit exclamation point
Welcome.
raffle and you can win some fabulous dice. So yes, absolutely. We just got 5 community subs from the Space Jammer. Thank you so much. So has everybody entered the
I entered.
raffle? I
Get
love
on
it.
in it.
I didn't enter
Let's,
because I've had giveaway karma and
It's just no, absolutely not. There's yes. Let's
I have it.
give
All right.
away some
Good.
dice,
All right.
shall we?
Oh, we had. Ooh,
Ooh, Islanders
he
Caper.
snuck right in. I was just about
Just
to click it.
snuck
I
right
was
in.
just about to click. All right,
Nice.
all right,
Ah,
closing it
down to the
out.
wire.
Right under like Indiana Jones with the hat thing. I think that was him. Maybe not.
That's-
All right,
yeah, it
pick
was-
the
I love
winner.
it.
Here we go. And it is
Brrr.
Hypnos.
Yay!
Oh my gosh, nice!
You won dice.
Sweet. So I'm gonna
Finally.
love
I'm gonna
it.
resume it. So everyone that was already entered is still entered, and when we do
Absolutely.
subsequent
Yay.
ones, you'll still be in.
Yep.
Awesome.
So we're going to do another drawing
Still
at
got
the
a
end for both digital dice and physical dice from Phoenix Dice. So let's get into it, shall we? Let's set the scene. Over the course of the last 24 hours, you have managed to get blown off course to Briny Bridge. Discover that people were being turned into sharks for the amusement of the Fae. Turned out it was in fact very amusing to watch your friends turn into weird sharks with wigs and different colors and feathers and all kinds of delightful stuff. Then, as you played games of strength and skill, led by 6 hags who were in charge of Shark Week, you found that you had accidentally summoned Leviathan, the Elder Water Elemental, who then pulled up all of the sharks in the lake and created a fabulous Sharknado. That's right, you had a Sharknado. You realize that Leviathan in the Feywild, it's totally fine, can have all of this fun because the Fey creatures just reform after they die, which is totally cool. But here in the physical world, and thank you for the follow-on, in the physical world, we just die. So it's not great. Sharknado isn't great here in the physical world. But as Leviathan started heading out to sea, and potentially destroying the entire fleet of ships that had been created out there in this port, you all found a way not only to stop Leviathan, but to transport everyone on the island to the astral plane for a few minutes. As people were woken up and teleported back out, an astral dreadnought came to see what was going on with this huge influx of energy onto the astral plane. And as Karhani gave it a physical body and then you all murdered it, you were transported back to this plane, now knowing all that you do about planar touchstones, what their connection to the cosmos is, and just how powerful they truly are.
Yeah.
As you came back, you saw the image of Matron Calaxia, the drow priestess, high priestess of Lolth, appear, climbing out of the body of the astral dreadnought. As she looks down at you, appraising what she has seen, discovering the body of an astral dreadnought, which a thing that should never exist. Created, born, bred, and raised in the astral sea. There has never been a physical body for one of these. She recognizes this, looks around at all of you, says, I'll be back for you later. You see her grab a chunk of the astral dreadnought, slip it into her bag, raise her hands, and teleport away. Jaraxxus, seeing your nemesis steal a chunk of the astral dreadnought and disappear, how are you feeling?
Real quick, can I counterspell, or is that for story reasons?
You can absolutely like you
Actually,
all can
I mean,
do
how
anything
are
you
we doing?
want.
I think we're probably all. Oh fuck! I'm really hurt. Never mind. I don't think
Yeah.
we can actually take
do you
her.
want
We're
her?
kind of
Girl.
fucked. She's powered up. Never mind. I forgot. I looked at Jurassic. He's got 5 out of 52 hit points. So he is.
Yeah,
He
maybe.
probably can't even
maybe
form
not.
the words, honestly. Draxus is like itch and then just like all over the sand.
yeah, you're tuckered. You're a little tuckered
Yeah.
after dealing with an elder elemental and a leviathan.
And a black dragon.
Oh yeah, that's right. Just within the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
Your day has been real packed.
It's been a time. It's been
Yeah,
a
rest
time.
for the
Wait,
wicked.
Wait, 2 black dragons. 2 black
Yeah.
dragons.
Yeah, 2 black dragons.
Fair.
This has all been the
Yeah.
same day. Hold on. Wait.
Yeah.
Back
Wait,
there.
when was the first?
The same.
The morning.
Yeah, in the morning you faced the black dragon. You teleported to Briny Bridge.
No
got
fucking
caught up
way.
in Shark Week.
Oh
That
god.
afternoon. So it's like sunset right now.
Yeah.
At dawn, everything's fine. By sunset, it's been 2 black dragons, a leviathan, and an astral dreadnought.
So Duraxus doesn't sleep, but he is sleeping on the ground. His body's like, we're not even gonna meditate. We're just gonna actually go
no.
sleep.
You're
So-
just sort of staring. Just staring. There's no thoughts. It's really perfect
Just
meditation because
complete
there are no
catatonic.
thoughts.
Yeah, zero thoughts.
in
You just-
your head. Absolutely. What are the rest of you gonna do?
I'm gonna be right back. 1 second. Something's on fire. No, I'm serious. Something's on fire. 1 second.
So above table.
Wait, it's
nothing in our house. It's down the street.
oh, it's down the street.
Okay.
Oh.
I saw
Okay.
burning, and I was like, "What?"
Oh god. I mean, thoughts and
Absolutely,
prayers to the
yes.
people that own whatever is burning, but
It's a DC tire fire. It's fine.
Probably, honestly.
You
Given this city,
you probably would smell the rubber. Oh god.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely. You know what it is? It is that Chinese restaurant a couple blocks away. Like they didn't like empty the grease trap. Like there's.
Those grease traps are a pain to.
Oh my god.
actually,
Yeah, no.
it might be the Ethiopian place a couple blocks away.
Oh no.
Sam's checking it out.
Is
Good for him. Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Pivot.
Yeah,
getting
we're
back to the
pivoting.
game. I guess Reginald
No,
kind of just
unacceptable. How dare you? This is not a D&D stream.
no.
Oh.
This is
no.
This is a
This is a
neighborhood
news
watch
stream.
stream
Yeah,
for DC.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Please take your camera and show us, Karhani.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
exactly. You know.
Absolutely. So yes, what is you just been pulled back from the most like amazing place. What's going on with you?
Like, you know, I'm riding this high. I'm just really, I'm mad at the person that woke me up, and then I look over, and there's this spider woman that comes out of the astral dreadnought, and I'm just sitting there. I see
Absolutely.
Daraxus pass out, and I'm like looking around, just waiting for an explanation, and I'm just like, Crazy Town. We're just in Crazy Town. Is that what this is?
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
That is what is
No,
happening
I
right
mean,
now.
like totally, yeah. And I just get a blanket and I just kind of tuck Daraxus in. That's what I'll do. That's like, all right, sleepyhead. We've had a tough day. And then I'll just
Absolutely.
like go to Gulch, and I guess I'll just be like, you guys, this is normal for you, right? All of this
I
stuff.
would like you to make me a little medicine check, just real quick.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just want to see how well you tuck Daraxus in.
6. I didn't actually
Oh,
care for him at all.
Like you literally, Daraxus is now like sort of like shaking in his catatonia, like you were so
Yeah.
rough trying to tuck him in.
I think I didn't actually want to touch him. I was just like, I'm gonna stick, and I was
Just
like,
toss the blanket and just like, good
yeah,
enough.
he'll be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fine. Like tapping him with a broom.
Yeah, just leave him like that. He'll be perfect, you know.
Absolutely.
So
There is, and thank you for the follow, Hipog. There's
this is normal for you guys.
what's yeah.
I've been with this group barely longer than you have.
Oh,
Things just are kind of happening.
huh?
Uh,
Yeah, like totally, right? Just
Yeah.
as if we're
Absolutely.
a part of some like grand game or something.
I know,
I mean,
right? It's
and we're
weird.
just-
You'd think
Ah.
there'd be like something like a day of nothing happening, at least like one.
You'd think,
but-
right? No, just
Well, I mean, you did have before you went off to Duopolis, you had a couple weeks where it was just sort of chill and fine, you know, and then you all just decided that you needed to pack all of this into one day, apparently.
sorry. I was a shark for that time. I don't remember
That's
any of that.
true.
I was charmed for most of that.
Uh-huh. So yeah, so where to next? What's the plan? You guys said you were sent here on like a mission or something, so
You
how's that
see,
going?
you see a group starting to approach that includes several of the hags, and you definitely, Daraxus, you recognize, and Karhani, because you were drinking with her like a whole bunch before you came to the games, you recognize Dapple Dreary Sauce, the queen of the halfling pirates. She approaches in this just astonishing tricorn hat that is made from probably 17 different kinds of leather and has a whole just looks like a whole flock of birds had to die. She's got so many feathers tucked away in this thing. So you see the hat coming long before you see Dapple. But she comes up, she's like, you? Okay. I don't know what y'all are gonna do here, but you gotta get rid of this.
Apple, my friend, my precious darling friend.
Kahani! You look good. You look good,
You
sweetheart.
You look amazing. I have a huge. Actually, you know what? Do you think you could help? Do you have your fleet here?
Well, I mean, the fleet's out at sea now because we had to avoid getting destroyed by a giant water elemental.
Well, do you think they could come back and maybe help us tow this thing?
I mean, I guess so, but how are we going to get it down to the beach? You realize that you are by the lake, right now, which is sort of in the center of the island.
Okay, JK. All right. Yeah. Well, listen, we just came back from the astral plane. I haven't thought that far ahead. I'm just thinking off the seat of my pants. Well, okay, we could oh, look at sorry, I just noticed Lando.
He's sleeping. He's asleep.
I love it. I love it. Kev, that's a good question. Why is he sleeping on the job? Because he's lazy. It's why.
Actually, no, it's because he runs this ship and
No,
he's
because
tired.
I'm really hurt and my body's trying to tell me stuff.
Yes,
Right.
that's right.
Okay.
I'm trying to do S tier
It's self-care.
roleplay.
Right.
Well, we could figure out how to get it to the beach. But if we can figure out how to get it to the beach, I mean...
So
It
wait, no,
would
this
be
thing
nice
is
to
ours,
share.
right?
I mean, who else is
They-
gonna
they
take
all-
Or we could sell it.
Everybody's looking at it and they're like, yeah, we don't know what the hell to do with this.
Oh,
We
thank
could sell it
God.
for parts.
Like, you know what kind of a resource an astral dreadnought is? They have never been physical before. Do you know, like, armor made from their, never been made. People would pay anything for that. So yes, like, we will take it. Like, oh my God. Just, yep. Give us
Well,
a couple.
how would you like to take it? Everyone's sort of looking at it. This thing is probably 50 feet long, right? Like, it is so massive, and it's probably 30 feet wide. Like, it has no bones because in the astral sea it didn't need any. So it's just this mound
This
of
is
like blubber.
floppy.
Just
Yeah.
mound of blubber and like armor and an
I was gonna
eye.
say, like, you know when you take the shell off like a lobster? It's just like that, like that
That's
is what
it.
I'm imagining.
Oh,
Yeah.
So the whole body is just like that meat.
Yeah.
Well, best estimation is this is going to take a couple days. We need to take it piece by piece. I mean, there's no way we're going
Oh.
to move this thing all together.
Yeah.
That's,
Absolutely.
you know, are you the person in charge of this area? I mean, you look
Listen,
you
you.
look
Yeah,
very in
that's-
charge.
That's
So
Captain Applesauce.
Oh, bless him.
Dapplesauce.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
don't. Her.
He's-
Thank you, her. You see, as she sort of
He's-
like stands on the the hag's
She
shoulders.
put us in a bag.
She just she steps up and she's like, you see, and she's got massive boobs, and just like slaps him a
Same.
couple times, and she's like,
Same.
I'm
what? Hey.
Wait, slaps Taraxis?
no slaps her actual. Listen, whoa, that's too much woman for me. Okay, frankly, that's a lot to take in. Just meeting you.
She looks over at you, and literally she's like half hat. It's like, that's what's going on. She just sort of strides up to you and is like, you look like you could have a little fun. You could have a little fun.
I mean, I've been known to have some fun here or there.
You look inventive.
Yeah, pretty adventurous.
He's a
Seen a couple
nerd.
things.
He's a nerd.
Obviously, my associate there doesn't know how to appreciate the finer things.
We're gonna need to get this thing out of here, but afterwards, maybe
Oh yeah, I'm thinking the
maybe
same
you
thing.
take a little trip on my ship.
Oh, madam, you flatter me. I'm totally into that. Let's go. But like, for now, let's keep it professional. I mean, we got to figure this thing out.
Yes, we should. You hear whispers in the crowd. Give me like a perception check to see if you can just sort of hear what the whispers are.
Oh God.
Taraxis
Oh, that's not bad.
isn't really sleeping.
Dirty 19.
But
Oh, with a 19.
I'm gonna do it
Yeah.
with disadvantage. His body tired.
Right. This is
It's
you Duraxis would already know this.
So
But you hear the whispers in the crowd, and as you piece them together, you realize that Dapple's ship is not a ship. Dapple's ship is a giant, tall ship mimic.
How much would I know about like the size of mimics and how that affects what affects the size of mimics and stuff?
You can give me an Arcana check because mimics are they're sort of magical monstrosities, so you might know a little something about it. Let's see if your studies low. Oh
Holy
my
shit.
God.
Maybe I don't know. Do
Maybe
I
a
know
wee bit.
anything?
Nothing. You know
No,
nothing about them.
No.
No, you are very aware that mimics, as they get larger, that normally when they hit just like sort of medium size, they split, and their intelligence splits with it, so they stay sort of like animal intelligence most of the time. But occasionally mimics will decide not to split, and they retain their intelligence and they gain intelligence as they get larger, as they have more experiences. So this ship is astonishingly smart. So it's huge. So this ship, when I say it's probably 200 feet long. This ship, it is a true tall ship.
Anybody that can tame a beast like that is my kind of woman.
She definitely like gives you a little wink. It's like, hey, get this hunk of junk off out of my lake, and
I have an idea to where we can both profit. I mean, we're gonna need some manpower, so maybe we can hire on some of your pirates to help us with the shipping, so that way.
We're not pirates, we are entrepreneurs.
Of
Okay.
course, that is my mistake.
They're privateers.
That's
Yes.
right.
It's different.
Listen, we're only here because those assholes on the mainland treated us like dirt because we were smaller than they were.
Yeah.
So
That's a
we
small
set up
thing
shop
to
over
do.
here. And
Yeah.
sometimes they show up and they have to pay a toll for using our waters. Sometimes the toll is larger than other times, and we don't always tell them that the toll exists. And sometimes they don't survive the toll. But
Listen, it's about the motion in the ocean, okay? That's all I care about.
you're a little hussy, ain't you?
Oh
Oh,
man, I don't know what's come over me.
Reginald.
Frankly, it's Shark Week,
Reginald, I've
and
never seen this side of you.
I
This
don't
is-
know what's happening. This
Are
is
you
fantastic.
okay?
I should
Did
drink
Shark
more.
Week change
like,
you?
There's a stream kidder. It's the stream kidder.
It's
That's
a stream
what
kitty.
happened.
That's what it is. All right, so yes, yeah, I mean, definitely we can hire some of your associates to help us move some of
I have
these.
an idea, but we need to be here for
Sorry.
like a week, maybe
A week?
maybe a little
Lord.
less.
A week?
Drax
That thing's gonna
kind
completely rot.
of sits up, be like, I can take care of that. You guys know my touchstone, right? Basically, given enough time, it can solve most issues. So we could, in theory, we could be like, okay, hey, let's make this thing decay less, and then make it smaller, then make it smaller again, and then make it smaller again, and then we could just put it in our pocket, and then we could go to Delver's Dream, and then make it bigger.
Because you have experience, I'm going to stop you.
Okay.
Because you have experience with your own planar touchstone, you understand that something can only be affected one way with the planar touchstone once. So you can like do something and then reverse it if you want to, but you can't keep making it smaller or larger.
Draxus knew that, but Lando
He sure
didn't.
did.
It's sad. Yeah, Lando's sad. But Diraxus didn't suggest that because he wouldn't, because that's a stupid idea. Right. But carry on. I have nothing to contribute. Well, I could make it. No, I already changed it.
You start to see some of the hags and the fae approach, And Fae have a very interesting connection with the astral plane. Anybody who is either from the Feywild or has proficiency with Arcana may make me an Arcana check.
I love Arcana.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
Arcana
you-
so much.
Let's
you
see.
sure
I
do.
can't wait for you to just fail.
In order to get
Oh,
less than
man.
a 15, I have to get a natural 1.
Oh my god. Well, you got pretty bad this time.
I rolled a
I
3.
got a 10.
A 10, and Reginald got a 16.
And I got an 11.
Gulch got an 11.
I don't
So
have
yeah,
rolled
proficiency.
a 3.
You are very distracted. You are very distracted
Yeah.
right now. As you see some of the hags approach and some of the Fae approach, the hags start holding them back and saying, like, no, that's not for us. This is not for us. As the pirates sort of head over and are sort of like pressing it, you see that like the armor of this thing in the real world, it's literally like there are tiny spines covering every single square inch that essentially were the something that helped the astral dreadnought move through the ocean, similar to the way that sharks in the prime material plane have ridges on their scales, on the scales of their skin, that actually create vortices in front of the scale that literally pull the shark forward. Which is why they're so fast. The astral dreadnought had something very similar, but their spines are made of pure force. So they're difficult to see, and as the pirates are sort of trying to touch it, so they keep pulling their hands back, like, ow, oh god.
Oh.
What would you like to do? Nothing. You'll just want to hang
Maybe
out.
we should get the Fae involved. They seem to know a lot more about this than we do.
That's
Yeah, but
true.
I guess the question is, what's the end goal with it?
To make a bunch of weapons and armor? I mean, isn't that typically the goal when you get like a...
Would anyone like to invest? Because this is new. You have no
Yeah.
idea if you can make armor out of it, or weapons, or anything.
Yeah. I would
Let's-
love to do an investigate on
Let's
it.
check it out.
Can I persuade
Alright.
its body to be helpful with this?
Wow. Wow.
No. Is that
So,
enough?
Are you trying to?
I'm
This is
just.
the phrase, can I persuade its body? Like, that's.
I
You're hurting
rolled a
myself.
31.
You need to
Did
leave.
not.
Oh
Because
god.
that's abusive.
I rolled a
Yeah.
31.
What is
I
your
have a
investigation plus?
plus 12,
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
and I rolled a 19.
You are
Wow.
ridiculous.
That's-
Okay.
Connie's a demigod.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's.
As you investigate, we'll go
Mhm.
through this. Starting at the tail. In the astral plane, there is no definitive end to the creature. It just trails off into a huge silver cord that wraps around the astral sea. Here, it tapers down very much like, it looks like a giant sort of slug, really. But starting at the tail, you see all the scales. You see that it looks like if you get underneath them, that you could potentially separate them out, right? But that each scale is covered with these. With a 31, you definitely inspect them and like you use a little bit of magic to see what's going on here. And
Can
these,
you repeat that? I'm sorry, my audio cut out for 2 seconds.
yeah,
Sorry.
as you're sort of investigating and you're using a little magic to see what's going on here, you start detecting all kinds of crazy magic associated with the force spikes on these scales. And as you look over it, you realize that every single one of these tiny, and they literally look like filaments, like little hairs almost, but they're very strong and super sharp. It's like each one of them is actually attached to a different plane of existence. So they all sort of give it this weird rainbow sheen because each one is a different color, similar to a color pool. You can't, because you haven't cut into it, you can't see what sort of is going on underneath the surface at this point. But then you get towards the head and you see all of the horns. The horns are not covered in those spikes, but they are incredibly strong material. And all of the ridges behind its head, all of that is made from that same material. You think that the scales, if you can separate them very easily, could be turned into some sort of armor, or could be put on a shield, things like that, but also might be useful in all kinds of other magical items. The frill with the horns looks like you could definitely turn it into a shield. The eye, you look at it and it has survived this. And it seems to have turned into a solid gemstone. In the astral sea, it looked like it was an eye, but it was liquid, and now it seems to have solidified now that you've thrown it into the prime material. And then you see all of the teeth in its mouth, and all of those can be pulled out. They all look like they are made of not enamel, but sort of bone.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah. What else would you
Yeah,
like to do?
Karhani, it reports that to Reginald. Well,
I
okay,
write all of that down.
There's so much. I mean, it's I wonder if any of it could be made. I mean, obviously we can make armor and weapons and everything from it, but I wonder also if like arcane foci or
Maybe
or
anti-magic?
Ooh.
anti-magic.
eye,
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe
Yeah.
the pincers can be used because they can separate souls. Maybe we can find a better way to use them as a separation device, or use the stomach lining as some type of new bag of holding, because it creates its own demiplane. So we could do a lot with this.
Oh, this could be used in some
Yeah.
really sick assassination shit.
You're telling me, sister.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
I
could be one thing.
I can use it for
That's a-
so many experiments. I mean,
That's a mood.
all right. So I'll kind of like report that to Dapple as well, and I guess we can plan sort of the logistics of the whole thing as soon as. I mean, you said you had like a whole city that you guys were in charge of too. Maybe we can get some of their help to kind of.
Oh, you mean
this whole island,
Delvers?
Briny Bridge. Yeah.
Oh.
So the city is known as the Buttress. It's the capital of Briny Bridge.
Yes, I also mean the Delvers too, though.
Oh, absolutely.
So I mean, if we can find someone who's good enough, who has like some significant magic to make sure to
Yeah.
oversee.
Oh, wait, I know someone. I mean, wait,
What?
is Duraxis
Who?
or is it Gorf? No, Duraxis does. Cardle. Yeah, we should get Cardle
Cardle.
out here. Cardle could come in
The
here.
artificer.
Yeah, he could make some pretty sick shit with this.
All right. I mean,
It's fair.
let's do. I feel like this might be. I'll like do an estimation. I'll be like maybe a week to a little bit, give or take a few days project to really just for the harvesting, and then we can get to work on like actually trying to make stuff and experimenting. So let's do it.
Yeah, maybe we should go get him. I mean, I can go get him.
Yeah, let's. I
And
mean, do
see,
you have a way to
like,
message
he might
him?
be could be a good consultant before we start cutting things.
Perfect. Let's go.
Ew. You also remember that both Baltor and Balmir are in Delver's Dream, and they are some of the best monster autopsy people on the continent.
let's get them all.
we could just put a commission out for your Delver's dream and see, who comes. Just
That's true.
I mean, this is not a
I
small
mean,
project.
Walter and Balmir, they're good friends of mine. I think they would come out, even just to like see it. I mean, this
I'll
is
take
something
your
that
word
people
for
have
it.
never seen. And
Oh, sure.
Cardinal, he does. We didn't really save him, but he's a cool guy. He's probably like one of the coolest guys, potentially in existence. So
In existence.
yeah, in
that's-
existence, it's like easily top 3. You can make other arguments, but I'd say easily
I've seen
top
a lot
3.
of existence.
Yeah,
so-
well, he's up there.
Okay.
It's pretty special.
Cool. Well, I feel like gonna be a lot of writing contracts and stuff, but we can figure that out. I mean, that's just legwork. So let's get to it.
All right.
All
well,
right. How would you like to start?
You do that. I'll go get them.
Yeah. So go to Delver's.
Yeah, go to Delver's.
Yeah.
See if we can.
Or you guys. I mean, whatever. I mean, I can go. We all can go. Whatever's easiest.
It might
particular.
possibly be easier to move this thing. Karhani takes a second after like absorbing all of the conversation and thinks, and I wonder if we should leave it for the folks here for their use. I mean, these are not particularly well-equipped folks. This could potentially help them. And I know that's like really out of character for me to suggest this, but like, I don't know. After everything that's going on and all of I feel like we should help people.
Ugh. It's like mega cringe.
Yeah.
Karhani,
Yeah.
I love where your heart's coming from. I can see you care about these
We're like
people.
battling
Poor
like a
people.
really bad person, and we probably need all the help we can get.
Gotta say
um,
that was a terrible idea.
That was
I at least wanted to make sure it was on the table,
yeah. I mean, it was
Yeah,
on the
no,
table
I
for
get
like
it.
4 seconds, and then we
Right.
realized how much it could actually help. I think. I mean, not to brag, but the thing that helps these people the most is helping us, because we're helping
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
pretty much
It's
saved
it's
their
all
lives.
about perspective. Yeah, I mean,
It's
I love
fair.
it. And
I mean,
thank you for the
we
follow,
did
Rick.
contribute to summoning it, but some other poor schmuck would have summoned it if we hadn't been here.
I didn't.
And then
Just
we saved. I'm sorry that I was the king of the Shark Week festival,
Mhm.
and that I
Mhm.
did the best in all the events. I'm gonna say that that's a
I'm
win.
sorry I outperformed you. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna apologize for that, but yeah. So, I mean, yes.
Karhani, if you want, you can talk to them and see if they want to help, and maybe if they can get some kind of reward and payment
Yeah,
for
we could like
contributing. That
compensate
would help,
them.
but
Yeah. Or maybe there's something specific of it that they can use.
there was
But-
already like a black dragon that was powdered that I wanted to use the pieces of that we couldn't use, but I mean, I'm not gonna hold a grudge against that. Drax just
I mean, the bones are still there. They're smashed, but
it's not the same.
I don't know, Gulch. Gulch, do you have any recommendations? I'm kind of at a loss.
yeah, let's tends
Yeah,
to be the
I
voice of
would
reason.
Does Gulch actually? Now that I think about it, does Gulch have any idea what this group is up against? Because I, as the player, know what.
Honestly, I don't think
You-
as a character
you-
we
you
talk
would've-
about it a lot.
Yeah, you would have had some sort of conversation at some point.
Yeah.
About Kilnasi the Lich Queen.
Mm-hmm. I have personal experience with what we're not personal per se, but some experience with what this group goes up against, and anything is going to help us. I don't think we... I know it will help them, but
It's like-
like I believe like Diraxis said earlier, like helping us fight this will help them in the long run.
Absolutely. It's very true.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to take all of it, but like, you know, I mean, maybe they can make like, I can't think of something they can make with it. Maybe that's why we should get artificers to come in here and help. So
Well,
maybe before we make any potentially altering decisions in terms of like cutting and prodding, we get experts.
okay.
Maybe that, because I'm no expert. I'm just like, hey, this gem thing stopped Gulch's magic. Maybe it could stop other magics. That's about as far as it goes for me.
Listen, I'm not arguing that we don't do that. I just don't understand why we're still talking about it. Like that,
All right.
that was the plan.
All right, let's do it. Let's go.
Do it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna go. You guys can come with me if you so choose.
I mean, I haven't seen this place that guys keep talking
Yeah,
about.
maybe
so.
that's the call in. In Gulch, have you been there yet?
We met there, and
That's
then
right.
I was
That's
there for
right.
like 2
Praxis,
minutes,
dude.
and then
Yeah.
I
left.
need a nap.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. My brain is kind of not functioning fully, which is
Okay.
a thing. All right,
Okay.
let's go to the portal because I don't know how many charges I have, and I can't.
Also, you can't teleport in. Remember?
Yeah, that's
what happened last time.
that's another thing.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
All right. Does anyone want to volunteer to carry me?
I'll do it.
Draxus was totally kidding, but he'll totally let Gulch carry
I mean,
him.
I can
I'll do it.
shrink you. I can shrink you and then carry you that way.
Sorcerers are just so entitled. I mean, Yeah,
But I'm hurt. I'm
No.
really hurt.
you have legs.
Why should I
He
deny
says
the
that,
big,
and-
strong paladin from
I'm
carrying
gonna
me?
say, he says that Gulch doesn't say a word, but just kind of like scoops him up. And just...
As you all head towards the teleportation circle that can take you back to the market, Dapple looks at you and looks at Reginald very specifically, and it's like, you hurry back now. Okay, I'll see you soon. No,
Definitely. I'll see you soon.
yeah.
I'll do like I'll flip my hair a little bit as I walk away.
As you are leaving, though, you do see a couple of the Fae like approach and sort of touch. And as soon as they do, they get transformed into something. There's like one of them turns into a little bird, one of them turns into an octopus, one of them seems to turn into like a potted plant. Like there's a very strange interaction happening between this thing and anything from the Feywild.
What the?
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it. In case you realized it's weird.
That definitely demands further study, but we should find someone who knows their shit.
Yes, absolutely. You begin heading down. You see that like the revels have sort of ceased for now, as everyone is trying to recover from being thrown into the astral sea. So the way down is clear.
Mhm.
I would like you each to roll me a d20.
Okay.
And let's see what this looks like,
And
shall we?
Reginald dies.
Yeah, no,
He
obviously.
trips down the
that is what
stairs and
happens.
falls.
I actually have an
13.
inspiration.
A
I feel like
14. All right, Diraxis and Karhani, I need you each to roll again.
A 13?
Oh, you got a 13?
Yeah.
Okay, then. Diraxis, tell me, as you step into the portal, and move into the marketplace of Delver's Dream. Who is the first person that you meet?
Oh, why can't I? The goblin. Shit. Flix. No, not Flix.
Oh,
We haven't talked to him in a while.
Flix. No, not
No,
yeah,
Flix is
no,
the
it's
Flit.
Flit.
Glowbrick.
Flit.
Yeah. So he shows up and just sort of like is bouncing all over the place, very excited. You see that he has gained like a new little toy that focuses his Eldritch Blasts. So he will just sort of like shoot an Eldritch Blast into the ground and it'll sort of shoot him up and bounce him off walls.
Is
And
he
things
rocket
like that.
jumping with Eldritch
It's
Blast?
just absolutely.
Oh my
Absolutely,
gosh.
he is.
Welcome, D&D Boy Band. Thank you so much for the
Yeah,
raid.
raid.
Oh my god,
Amazing.
thank you. That's
D&D boy band. I
fabulous.
love that.
That's an awesome name.
That is. You make me very happy. Thank you for coming. Definitely pop in, say, exclamation point raffle, so that you can
We have a
join. Raffle to
Exclamation point
get
raffle.
both physical dice and enter to get digital dice from D&D Beyond. So you can get either Phoenix dice delivered right to your door or digital dice from D&D Beyond. So yay, I love it.
Ooh.
And check the About section to see all the fabulous ways that you can interact with the stream as we are trying to figure out what to do with a unique thing that has happened in the multiverse. An astral dreadnought has been pulled onto the physical plane, which has never in the history of the multiverse ever happened before. So what do we gotta do?
It just
What
be
do
like
what do
that.
we gotta do?
You be like that sometimes.
So yes, you run into Flit, and you see him sort of rocket past, and as he does, he's just screaming, "It's so much fun! We got so much fun over here! We're doing the fun!" And you step out and you realize that there is some sort of celebration happening. And you're not sure exactly what's going on, but the whole thing is, the whole market is fabulous.
And to be fair, it was always fun.
It is. It always has been fabulous. There is, and as you stride in, you see dozens of Formians, and they seem to be sort of crawling on each other's backs and creating pyramids, and then they'll lift each other up and then create different shapes with their bodies in the market, and it seems to be some sort of ritual that they are doing. And everyone thinks that it's sort of like a Formian circus act. And they're all just so excited. You see all the little goblins and hobgoblins running around, just super happy to see all this. What are you going to do?
Draxus is gonna go up to one of the Formians like, hey guys, what are you doing? And he's gonna bump Gulch like, these guys, they fucking love me.
See them say, we recognize the touchstone.
Draxus does like a little half bow. He has no idea what to do in their culture, but that just seemed like it
carrier.
was appropriate.
The carrier of the touchstone almost fell over just now. Why did the carrier almost fall over?
I'm quite hurt actually. That's like, he's like, I'm not gonna explain bowing to them. But, yeah.
As you say that you're quite hurt, you notice that the Formians around them suddenly start to reshape what they're doing, and you see them actually, what it looks like for anybody that's been in Delver's Dream for a while. So Karhani, you'll notice this, and Daraxis, you'll notice it, that the huge columns at the entrance of the marketplace are carved with the history of the marketplace in dwarven runes. And it looks like the Formians have actually been studying it, because they suddenly form with their bodies like a 60-foot tall rune of healing. And then you hear a tone start, And Diraxis and everyone within 100 feet of the Formians is healed for 46 points. So please
nice.
roll your healing
Holy
and
shit.
add that. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said just 40, like straight 46.
4D.
Yeah. Nope. I recognized that when you rolled it. I was like, all right, I get you. I hear you.
Oh, and thank you so much for the bits, Arajanasi. You all get some extra +2s
Yay!
for your rolls as you
Yay!
are doing things. So yeah, I'm absolutely excited about that. Hey. So you now, the Formian looks down at you and say, the carrier is better now.
Yes. Thank you so much. You guys are always awesome. He's gonna go up to like a high five, and then remember, yep, they don't know what that is.
Yeah, they don't. So what they do is they hold their hand up like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a greeting now.
The carrier has utilized the stone many times.
Yeah, it's quite needed with what we're doing, honestly.
Slightly.
I mean,
The queen sees this. She smells it through the plains.
oh, that's neat.
And you see several Formians step forward that look like they are like larger and more robust than the others. They all step forward and look at you and say, "We are the children of the stone."
I'm sorry.
Max, you're a father.
He said,
Dirdaxis. Nope.
What?
Each time you have used the touchstone, the luminous geometry, the eggs that the queen has been creating have been altered. We are the result. And as you look at them, you see that they are they're somehow just more perfect than the others. Their antennas like follow exactly the golden spiral, as do the curve of their eyes and their mandibles. They seem to, as they move through the crowd, everyone's sort of like, it just works better. Everything seems to work better for them.
How much does Reginald know about Formians?
You may make me, let me see, they are monstrosities, they live on Mechanus, so you can, I guess you could make me an Arcana check.
Yay!
God, there's, like discovering things
19.
about other creatures in the plains is generally an Arcana check. There is, you know enough about Formians to know that they are a hive species. With a queen, they act very much like ants. There's a queen that creates everyone, and as they are born, they are different castes, essentially.
I'm gonna go up to Diraxis, and I'm just gonna be like, "Hi," just pull him to the side a little bit, whisper in his ear. Not to alarm you, but they're totally trying to like nurture you so they can eat your head. That's like their whole deal with their fathers. They just eat their father's head.
Oh.
The Formians look at you and they say, "What is father?"
Yeah, what is it? Yeah.
Yeah, because they only know a queen.
Yeah, I mean,
so they only know mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
fine. I mean,
If they do
not to
decide
shy
kill
away
him-
from parental responsibility, but they got this. I believe in them.
If they do
They don't
decide to
need
take
me.
him out, I would like to make the killing blow so that I may steal. Oh wait, no, you weren't supposed to know that.
What?
Excuse
Oh,
me.
Very honorable. Yeah. No, I get it.
All right.
Absolutely. That's important.
So, Duraxis is. I mean, would he know that? Would he know what if Reginald's telling him is true?
You can, Reginald, you can. Do you believe that? Do you believe that that's true?
No, I'm fucking with it.
Okay.
Oh,
Then please
okay.
make me. I'm gonna say because it's between two characters. Tell me, Reginald. What are you trying to do to convince?
Because I
Duraxis
honestly
of
was
this?
like,
It's you've seen
How do
it
I-
in other insects, like they have the child and then the father, just the head is just meal, just the first meal. It's
But-
terrifying to watch. I mean, you know about spiders, right?
no,
That's
I mean, don't get me started. I fucking know way too much about spiders.
I'm trying to help you here. Okay.
But they like me. What? I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, they might think you're a snack.
I mean,
you know?
they have plenty of access to food. I mean, I'm the
Yes,
holder.
but like
I'm the
Formians,
holder.
they you know they adapt. It's like, especially with the touchstone that you said, they just said it changes them.
You
want to-
realize that you are now surrounded by these three Formians, and
Hi,
they
guys.
look at you and they say, the things that you say are contrary to the reality of the universe, and
What?
as a creature of chaos, and they look at everyone else, and you see their antennas start to twitch as they're communicating telepathically with their brethren. Duraxis, you can sort of feel what they're saying
Yeah.
because of the touchstone, and it's like, should we destroy the chaotic one? Like they're trying to make a decision because they're there because they are so lawful that anytime they find a creature of chaos, they immediately destroy it.
Yeah, the only reason they have destroyed me is because I'm like an anomaly of chaos and laws taking in their mind. Anyway, let's leave him be. I think I don't. No, let's not. Let's. The holder says
No.
he's a cool guy. Yeah, he's a cool guy, and he's learning.
They can't hide the truth from you forever.
Oh
Duraxis.
my God.
I'll walk away.
It learns.
Shut up.
It learns
Everybody
to
learns.
have order instead of chaos.
Yeah, I will teach him. Don't
It is
you worry.
born without order.
Scout's honor.
I mean, I learned I was chaotic. Till I learned of the touchstone and its amazing power, and it just
You
gives
did.
me so much peace.
You learned much.
much.
One day.
Quick question. How many of the special ones are there? I haven't been keeping track in terms of the number.
You realize that like all of the eggs that are inside the queen at the time that you use it have the chance to become this. So they look at each other and they're just like, At last count, 647.
Oh god. What would you characterize as the main difference between you and your brethren? Other than your size?
We are more perfectly created to spread order and our colonies throughout the multiverse.
Oh, there you go. It's cool.
And they start listing things out, like they are stronger, they're faster, they eat less, they do more, they're more efficient. There's just it's they then they look at you and they're like, we await the day when a queen is born of this interaction that can then create more perfect formians.
Yeah, and like, how would that happen?
The queen would choose to create a new queen, to start a new colony, and then at the same time, you would utilize the touchstone.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe we could coordinate that one day. I think that'd be good. I mean, that sounds like a really lawful thing to do. Coordination.
This would be acceptable. Yes.
Talk over lunch or something.
Yeah, something like that. Question: how is the hive in Limbo doing?
As you say limbo, you just hear everybody in the market just sort of grabs their head as there is this like psychic scream from all of the formians.
Oh, I seem to have triggered you. It's on me. I'll accept that. It's my fault. He looks at everyone. Sorry, everyone. My bad. That's a no word apparently. I did not realize. Don't ever say that word again. If you heard what it is, you know. If you don't, I won't ever say it.
I wasn't
Anywho.
paying attention. Which word was it?
Jaraxxus,
No.
Jaraxxus, I
Yeah.
don't keep calling attention to it.
No. Yeah. Okay.
Keep it trucking.
Yeah.
It's time to end that. Thank you.
Yeah. If you know, you know. Yeah. So, how are they? Do you have any contact with them? Are they doing good?
There's you hear them all talking, trying essentially to figure out
What I mean
what
by
information you'll need to understand what has been happening. Because they say all sloths have been eradicated within 100-meter distance from the queen. The bodies of the formians are being used to create walls that keep the various creatures of limbo out. And our mastery of the plane expands continually. But the altering forces of the plane continue to have detrimental effects on the various formians that are out there, harming them by moving them close to chaos.
I thought the shit I was doing was kind of weird and bad.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
You should not do bad things.
Yeah, bad things are
unlawful
not great.
formians.
Bad things are bad.
I'd like to see that.
One more question before we leave. I don't know how much you're involved in or hear about the politics of everything. I mean, not say it's politics. We're in the middle of a war. And I was wondering how willing the cool Formians would be to lending a hand to save this plane of existence, potentially others.
You Draxus, you would know enough to know that if you invite the Formians onto this world in a larger way than they are in the marketplace, if you give them the space to create a hive, that they would attempt to colonize the entire planet.
Yeah, that's probably right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yikes.
Maybe we can get like 2 of them and they can be my bodyguards. That's always an option for later.
Yeah, if you'd like to have a delightful conversation with them about that, then absolutely.
Yeah, maybe probably move on.
Fabulous.
All right, guys. Keep up the good work and stay lawful. Bye.
Is that how you say goodbye to them?
I have no idea how to say goodbye to them.
Lawful.
They're kind of odd.
I don't know how I feel about using the bodies of their dead to stack up to protect.
They waste, not whatnot. That's their policy.
Efficiency.
Yeah, it's peak efficiency.
Yeah.
Do their bodies not decay? Wouldn't the walls break down eventually?
Well, you see, Gulch, the
Not in
thorax.
limbo. There is, and they do have a chitinous exoskeleton, so that would take a long time to decay.
They know what they're doing. They're very special people.
Or honey, are you culture shaming them for using their dead? That's
I mean,
No.
messed up.
No,
I mean-
no. I just. No.
I mean, maybe a little. It's okay.
It's
I-
fine. Let's move past it, you know.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, you almost got murdered by them. They don't know. They're now freaking out, remembering their colony in limbo. They don't. Yeah, they were doing fabulous tricks for everybody, and now
They're kind of sad.
and
That
now
is
they're all messed up. Thanks.
ruined the
Yeah.
vibe.
Yep.
Yeah, that's your new party name, the Vibe Killers.
All right.
Not Shark Week, Duraxis, you know? Give 'em Shark Week.
Okay, let's go and do what we actually came here to do. Sorry, I dragged you all into that.
Is this a dwarven city?
This is a mine. I
Hmm.
mean, yes, there's a city below. We're in the market of the city mine. The semantics never really made all that much sense to me. It's a
Don't
lot
they,
of
like-
things.
Don't they like totally hate us?
They did, but we contributed to their their return to greatness. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay,
they
so-
kind of
so they're-
look the other way, I guess.
So they're cool with having
Only the
outsiders.
really old ones are like still racist against us. The younger generation is kind of like
Oh,
learning.
I get what you're
Yeah, I
saying.
mean, yeah,
you
yeah.
know. Yeah, what?
Oh, welcome, Rollers of Fate. Thank you so much for the raid.
Ooh, yeah, that's amazing.
are
Thank you
fantastic.
very much. And thank you for the follow, Frost Raven. That is fabulous. Come on in, hit !raffle to enter our raffle for Phoenix dice, which are physical
Yes.
dice that you can get, and our digital dice from D&D Beyond. And thank you again. So yes, as you are trying to pull all of this together, what would you like to do?
All right. I apologize again for that detour, but let's go get the three artifices that we need. The consultants.
Fabulous. As you step up through the market, you pass the elemental fountain, head up to the first floor with its diplomatic center and its jail, and move through the mine out into the now city of Delver's Dream. You haven't been away too long, but you notice that everything looks a little better. Corton has been very busy molding the city. Each tower, each building now houses dozens of beautiful carvings of mystical creatures and the people that exist within the space. You head over to a shop called B&B Baubles. And as you enter, you see both Balmir and Baltor, the dwarves, busy at work. And you see that on the second floor that has been built recently, Cartel, the artificer, is there, feeling very at home with other artificers and having a whole workshop available to him to put the orrery to good use.
Is it BB and C baubles?
No,
It's a K, right?
Is it?
it is a K.
Oh, BB
You
and K.
monster.
My
You're
bad.
a
Oh,
monster.
Aw.
Yeah. Man, Reginald really is on one today.
What do
First he was flirting, now
Yeah.
he's thinking about that.
Yeah, pull it together.
What are
Come
you?
Yeah.
on, Reginald.
What are you talking about? Anyway, ding,
Hi
ding.
guys. It's been a while.
You see the two dwarves just, as usual, bickering in the back. Just No, you listen to me now. That's my hammer. It's not your hammer. You don't use that goddamn hammer, you little bastard. You don't do it. And then the other dwarf responding with, this has been my hammer for so many years, and you stole it so long ago when my wife was visiting, and I had me back turned because you've had your eye on it for decades, you monster. Don't you talk? Oh, hello, boys. How are you doing over there?
Yeah, we're getting along.
Hi.
What brings you to the shop? Do you need a little bit? And you see that they've increased their wares dramatically. You still see like some of the older trophies, like you see the skull and the body of that undead harpy that you all went after.
Yes.
You know, there's all kinds of like rust monster bits here and there. You see
Stone
just
golem arm.
yeah, just so many things. So many things. There's what are you doing? Do you need do you perchance need a little bit of dragon scale? We had a visitor come by and sell it to us in return for a few of those necrotic eggs that we had. We also seem to have a few angel feathers, if you'd like. What can we do?
Wow, just amazing assortment.
Oh yeah, they have great stuff here. Yeah, go ahead.
No, we were going to offer a contract for some work if you were interested, and I think Reginald like kind of on the way had jot down some terms for like collecting and like using resources that we had. So I kind of show it to them, and like on the top, it like in very bold letters, it just says physical astral dreadnought. It's just like, yeah, we have a real live astral dreadnought on the prime material plane, and like kind of scoot past that, like it's not a big deal, and kind of show them the details about what we want to use the parts for.
So as soon as you say that, the first thing that you see is that both the dwarves who've been fighting over the hammer drop the hammer on the ground. Their jaws are just sort of that's not possible. What are you talking about?
Didn't say it's possible.
Cardle!
Just said
Cardle, what the hell is going on with this? You see Cardle come running down. Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. We saw this in the orrery a while ago.
Oh, perfect. Much less explanation now. That's
There's
fantastic.
The dwarves just look at Cardle and they're like, you know you're lying about it. Are you paying them to say this? You're a filthy liar. You know astral dreadnoughts can't come into the physical realm. How the hell are they gonna do that? They've never had a physical body and they're never going to.
I just look over at Karhani.
Yeah, how did it happen, Karhani?
How does that?
We don't
does
even
that happen?
know.
Yeah, you want to explain that?
Well, sometimes when an astral dreadnought loves living very much, he
The details don't really matter. It's
well, yeah, we just happened to come across an astral dreadnought
in the plane, of course, and then
in its home plane, and then I just happened to, paint a giant umbilical cord on it to tether it to the material plane. It's fine. But now it's dead. Listen.
Yeah, we
It's
did our best.
fine,
We did
it's
our best.
dead.
That's all that matters.
Fine.
She actually was just like going through the store and like just shopping for herself, having a good time, not really like paying attention to the conversation. And then like literally her hand is like on a potion or whatever, and like Hey, you guys.
It's fine. Yay. You guys are great.
So yeah, do you think you could potentially
Cardinal runs down. He's like, oh dear. Well, if this is correct, then, oh dear. We should probably get that taken care of, but maybe not super fast. So
I mean, think of all of the cool things that you can artifice now that this exists, right?
Yeah.
There seems to be a problem. Please go on.
It's just that, well, so as I was reading the orrery, now that we have all the parts, I've started learning how to understand what it's trying to tell me. And it seems like what it's saying to me is that once this dreadnought enters Delver's dream, so it's said that a dreadnought would appear on the plane, right? And then once the dreadnought actually gets to Delver's dream, that's when the Lich Queen's gonna attack.
Wait, I'm sorry, this
Oh.
was prophesized? Hold on, back up. This was prophesized.
Well, in the orrery, yeah, it was giving me, and he sort of like grabs you all and like takes you upstairs to the second floor. You see this gorgeous, gleaming, golden artifact called the Orrery of the Wanderer.
Oh, dear God, you meant that orrery.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
orrery. Fuck.
Yeah,
I don't even
It's,
remember when we got there, honestly.
I've experienced the orrery of the Wanderer in a different campaign.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, this is bad.
and you see as like there is this ring around the orrery, and you see that like as he moves the ring, these sort of illusions will pop up that will show different events that did happen in the multiverse or are going to happen in the multiverse. And it's very interesting because you can alter the way that certain things in the orrery are going, and it'll show you sort of which branch of fate this is on. So what's the percentage chance that this will happen here if this other thing happens and this other thing happens? So you can alter all of these pieces of the orrery to sort of tell you what might have happened or what might be about to happen. And he's like, yeah, if you look, and he sort of moves it back a little bit. He's like, once it gets here, then he starts altering things. It's like, there's like a 90% chance across all of the different versions of the multiverse that's when the Lich Queen is going to unleash her armies. So
When it all gets here, or
it's-
just at all?
That's a big yikes.
yeah.
You know we're only level 10, right? And then Karhani looks into the camera like she's on The Office.
I'm not sure what these
If I had to
levels are
classify
that
my
you-
skill
Yeah,
level in terms of like 1 to 20, I think I'm like a 10.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I'm there too.
Yeah, probably like halfway there. Question: does it say, or does he see where they're gonna attack?
No, it's not that specific.
Just like a
And
general,
it might
like
be
all out attack.
it might be not that specific because I think they might be attacking everywhere.
Oh, that's
Everywhere?
That sounds about right.
Oh,
all right. Cool.
Fuck.
Um,
Karhani like throws her hands in her face in her hands. She's like,
and this is like
You know-
100% true.
Well, no, it's about 90% that it'll happen.
Okay.
you know how the dreadnought had that big other thing tethering all of the plane together?
No.
But it was
Yeah.
yeah, it's silver
Well-
cord that just kind of faded through like all of the astral plane.
Yeah. What I think,
Oh.
what if we might have opened up that opening?
So we made a mistake in killing it, is what you're
What?
saying? We made it oops? I mean...
No, and he looks and he's like,
We
no,
made
it's
a little
not.
boo-boo.
This is not a consequence of this. It's just happening at the same time.
Oh.
This is it's sort of like a bookmark. Like this is like when the Astral Dreadnought gets here, that's the bookmark on the page that says that she's going to appear. It's just an
Oh.
event that's going to happen.
So that's like really good luck
Okay.
that we got that information. Like we can almost kind of control when she does that and be prepared for it then.
I mean, maybe it says. I mean, there's sort of a timeline here, but sure. There's definitely pieces like as you move this forward far enough, and it shows it's like he sort of moves it forward, and then there's like a whole nother timeline that appears where the dreadnought doesn't arrive in Delver's Dream, but the attack still happens.
Is there
Gotcha.
now that can you see the timeline? I mean, the events of the timeline after the dreadnought arrives?
Well,
Yeah.
once you get too far into the future, then things start branching off really fast, and it's just too many options depending on what's happening.
Yeah, I guess the question
I'm
is,
not smart enough for
how
this.
boned are we?
Very.
Like,
Very.
You know how the teeth of the dreadnought were made of bones? Probably that bone.
like razor
That
boned?
boned.
Razor boned?
You're that boned. Yeah. You're razor boned. I feel like
Shit.
that's a new
Razor
saying
Yeah.
in the Patchwork
You're
Planet.
razor boned, man.
You're razor boned, dude.
All right. I mean,
Absolutely.
Well, fuck. Okay.
either way, we'd probably need the resources that this dreadnought has to counteract the war that you guys are going through. It would
Yes.
help. Wouldn't
I
it?
mean, you could say you guys, but in reality, like whether you like it or not, it's a war against every living thing on this planet. So, or this plane. I mean, people could like not be a part of it, sure, but it really is a war for like our survival.
As he sort of moves the Ori forward, the illusions shift to the war itself, and you see entire cities literally overrun with undead and warforged, with people, instead of people being killed, every attempt is made to bring them back to Nanked alive so that they can be put on the machine that is creating these armies that Kilnasi created. And you see thousands of people being put onto this device where their soul is extracted so that their body is turned into an undead, and then that soul is implanted in a new warforged. And both rise
God,
to be turned into...
It's pretty efficient. Honestly.
that is a sick, twisted black mirror of how to make Warforged. I mean, look at them. That
Wait,
can't you tell there's something off there?
That's the only way that they make Warforged.
What are you talking about? And I pull the picture of a Warforged from Eberron, and I'm like, this is not that.
Oh.
Oh, there's others.
Yeah, I mean, like, yes, like a lot.
Well,
And they are ancient. They are older than a lot of even some of the living elves, the elder elves.
Oh, how are they made then, or how are they?
Listen, I don't have
Thing-
time to
oh.
explain the intricacies
Okay,
of
okay.
making a Warforged to you right now.
That's fair. Can we turn them into like your Warforged? Can we fix them?
I don't know. I'd have to take a look at the machine that is used to create them. Maybe if I can affect it somehow.
Well, what if you had one that was made the wrong way to look at?
Oh, like an earlier model? Maybe.
Because
If only we had someone like that.
Yeah, if only
Yeah.
if only they
Very
existed.
sad.
So lucky.
So sad.
Too bad.
So yeah, they all look at you and they say, "So, um, I mean, like the two dwarves pop up and they're like, well, certainly we can help. If you need to just pull the animal apart, we can figure that out. That's no problem."
And it's the what we see is that it mostly happens when it gets here, right? So in the meantime, could you guys set up a workshop over there and create some of the armaments that we may need?
We've been thinking about doing more franchising. We've got our shops down in Joaquin Spiral, and we've also got over in Splinters Point. And here we could certainly set up a franchise, I think, over on the island.
Yeah,
I think that would be
out.
super delightful.
That'd buy us some time at least. To
Listen, I've gotten in. I mean, I don't mean to like toot my own
no,
horn.
you've
I've
got
gotten
it.
in
You've
with
definitely
the,
got it in,
with the leader over
or
there.
you will have it in.
Could get you a nice little setup. All right.
And they look, all right, you know what, we can do this. Do we have a teleportation circle over there, or do we need to take
Yep. Nope. We got
Got
the
it.
circle. It's all good.
Fantastic. And that is where we will take our break
Okay.
today.
Yay!
As you
Nice.
are getting ready to go back and pull all of the fun stuff out of this astral dreadnought. So please, everybody, hit the exclamation point raffle. We will be giving that away at the end of the stream. And go down to our About section and have a delightful time exploring all the fun little connections that you can find down there. We will be back in just a moment.
All right. See you in a minute. All right. Bye.
Hello
Hey.
again.
Hello. We back.
I hope that you are all having a glorious, glorious day. For those of you who are just joining us, we have torn an astral dreadnought out of the very astral sea that they exist in, given it a physical body, and then killed it. So,
You know, casual.
Yeah.
as you do. Now we need to figure out how to take the body apart, because that is originally what the Hunter's Harvest group was all about, was going and finding resources from animals or from the land and utilizing those resources to help build up Delver's Dream. Well, this is a real unique resource that we
Yep.
did just discover from Cardle, that it looks like whenever this astral dreadnought makes it back to Delver's Dream, that's when the war's really gonna start. So for those of you who don't know, there is a Lich Queen named Kilnasi, amassing an army of warforged and zombies and undead
Love it.
to take over the entire continent. That's fun. So we're trying to stop that. We have enlisted the help of two dwarven artificers, Balmir and Baltor, and Cardle, a gnomish artificer from Gehenna. They have all headed over to the island of Briny Bridge with you. You are now back up at the lake. You see the three artificers immediately begin constructing a small shed, which then starts expanding into a larger shop. In order to be able, you also notice that somehow they managed to bring a couple cartfuls of wares to sell to
Before they
people.
set up that stuff, it's
Yeah.
the next day, right?
No, this is the same day.
Oh
it's
my
the same
god.
day.
Yeah,
Let's say,
You
give us
still
a
haven't
rest,
rested.
man.
they
We
still,
need a
you
long
still-
rest.
As soon as you mentioned this astral dreadnought, they were like, "Oh yeah," and headed right over.
Okay, never mind. Because I don't have the thing that I was gonna do.
Would you like to take a long rest?
Yes, please. Please.
You can take a long
That'd
rest.
be good.
But this can
Yay!
absolutely be the next day. You get a long rest because I'm nice.
Thank you, Kyle.
If this
you
is the next day
benevolent.
where they set up, I'm gonna take their resources that they were gonna use to build their shack, and I'm going to use fabricate and then just make it like the best kind of storefront that they could use to like set up to start digging into this thing.
I love it. Absolutely. So they now have not just a fabulous little shack, they've got a beautiful little shack over here. Everybody seems to be having a delightful, delightful time, sort of watching the fey creatures try to touch the astral dreadnought and get turned into something else. You see that it's obvious that some of them that have been turned already are then being lifted up by other people and touched again, and they'll transform into something else. There's
Honey, go touch it.
No.
Just for science. I mean,
No. No. I'm not a
Sure.
scientific being.
I'll touch
You
it
are.
for science.
Yeah,
And
but you're not
Drax
a
just
fey
just
creature.
stroll up.
I am a fey creature.
No, I was
No, we're
to
talking about Diraxis.
Yeah.
Draxus, please go touch it, darling.
Listen.
All right. Yeah,
we'll-
I'll
we'll
touch
keep
it.
touching
Do
you to
it
the
for your
thing.
kids.
Okay,
All right.
yeah, do it,
I'll do
Dad.
I'll do it for them.
Do it for your
Draxus.
children you just learned of.
I'm
Absolutely.
not a,
as
and then
you-
he looks at everyone. I'm not a deadbeat. It wasn't my fault.
as you approach this corpse of this astral dreadnought and touch it, first roll me 1d8, please.
One.
You take 1 damage.
Ah!
There is these spikes that are all over this armor that are made of pure force. Just sort of like as you sort of touch it, they just slice you.
My finger.
He knew that would do that, though. Like he saw.
Yeah, no, he saw that. He knew. But also, as you touch it, you hear a resonance with your planar touchstone. And you see the eye of this dreadnought light up just for a second.
Well, that's interesting.
Do I feel
I'm
anything?
gonna go.
Like, I mean, anything specific more than just. Do I know what happened? I guess is my question.
You definitely felt your planar touchstone activate for a second. Like you can now feel that there's a harmony between the luminous geometry and the eye of this dreadnought.
Where's the eye right now?
Is the eye of this dreadnought a planar touchstone?
Reginald is gonna go up and study the eye. I'm
Oh,
just gonna
fuck.
put a hand up against it and just be like, well, I'm gonna touch it. See.
As you touch it, the world around you begins to shift, and you start seeing what look like spirits everywhere. You notice that all of the pirates seem to be sort of misty, and none of the fey creatures really seem to appear in this new sight that you have. And you are intelligent enough and have traveled the planes long enough to recognize the fact that you are seeing into the ethereal plane right now.
It's just like, oh god. I recognize it from being a Lorehold student too, right? Like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
I feel like there was an ethereal class at least, you know.
Yeah. You feel a surge. You can choose to allow it to happen, or you can choose to try to stop it.
Ooh, I'm going to allow it. I'm feeling it.
Fabulous. As you do, you suddenly feel connected to this planar touchstone. And with a flash, there is this harmony between all four of the planar touchstones.
Oh my god.
To let you know what your planar touchstone can do, this item is unique in the multiverse. This eye of an astral dreadnought was crystallized when it was thrown into the realm of the physical. For the first time in history, a dreadnought was made into flesh from the realm of spirit. This eye helps anyone attuned to it see into the realm of the spirit, allowing them to see the ethereal plane. In addition, it allows the one utilizing it to drag a spirit from the afterlife to serve it for a time. And finally, it allows the one using it to dismantle magics around the touchstone. This touchstone is known as Spirit Made Flesh.
Holy cow, that is
At
like
all times.
perfect for me,
Yeah.
dude.
At all times,
my god.
you can see into the ethereal plane. Once per long rest, you may cast Dispel Magic and Counterspell, each once, without using a spell slot. And once per day, you may draw upon the power of the touchstone to pull the decaying spirit of the astral dreadnought and shape it on your current plane. It forms itself into a bodak that will remain under your command for 1 minute. It then reverts back to its astral form and disintegrates into the universe. So,
Is that an action?
What's a bodak?
a bodak is a
creature?
very powerful undead that has an aura of annihilation, where anything within 5 feet of it.
Kyle is not
or-
fucking around.
Yeah, its aura deals 5 necrotic damage to any creature that ends its turn within 30 feet of the bodak, although other undead and fiends ignore this effect. It's got a death gaze, where anyone that can see the bodak's eyes when they start their turn within 30 feet have to do a Constitution saving throw. If they fail by 5 or more, the creature is reduced to 0 hit points. Unless it is immune to the frightened condition. Otherwise, a creature takes 3d10 psychic damage. Unless you are surprised, you can avert your eyes to avoid the saving throw, but you have disadvantage on attack rolls against the Bodok if you do. It does have sunlight hypersensitivity, where it takes 5 radiant damage every time it starts its turn in sunlight. And it has a disadvantage on all its attack rolls and ability checks while it's in sunlight. It has a fist attack, and it has withering gaze, where it can do 4d10 necrotic damage to somebody if they fail their Constitution saving throw.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Welcome to demigodhood.
Yeah.
That is legit. I mean,
Yeah.
all of those things separately are amazing, and to have them all together in one thing.
Yeah, this is
like,
a legendary touchstone that you have created by being fabulous players and doing crazy shit.
holy cow!
There
Guys.
is, yes.
I think I know kung fu.
Yeah, you know kung fu.
Holy
So
cow.
as that happens, the planar touchstone actually rises above you and is now hovering above your left shoulder. This is the issue, is that it will be hovering there in full sight of anyone on either the ethereal plane or the physical plane. And you cannot hide it.
Said I wanted to hide that. That's like damn. This guy's
Sure.
got. Oof.
Stealth is going to be interesting for you as you try to sneak around, and there's just this big eye, crystal eye, just hovering right here.
Listen, people will know I'm coming. All right, you know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's true. That's true. So yes, what would you like to do now?
Go to Disney World.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely. You have a bunch of artificers here that are adept at pulling things apart. Tell me, where would you like to start?
You talked about, like, was it the nose ridge like area being a shield type material?
Yeah.
Part
Um,
horns.
Yeah, it's got sort of a frill with horns
Okay.
on it.
I want that.
Ah!
give it to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, go and talk to the artificers about making a shield for you.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing's going to happen if you just stand there and wish for it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we're not that
Yeah, go
powerful yet.
I'm a paladin. I don't ever get that powerful.
Right.
Yeah,
Or do
Gulch
you?
is gonna walk up to. Their names are just kind of like both a mush of like
Yeah.
the letter B, and I cannot.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yes.
The B-boys.
So just so you know, the history of Baltor and Balmir, these were actual characters. I played one, and I played Baltor, and another person played Balmir when another DM was DMing Hunter's Harvest. So at the very beginning.
Mhm.
And Baltor and Balmir are from Walking Spiral, which is the capital of merchantry. They had shops next door to each other. Baltor dealt with animal skins and did a lot of leather work. There's thank for the follow tails. And Balmir was an armorer that worked in metals. And they had a quite a rivalry going on.
They were like frenemies.
They were absolutely frenemies. They just bickered all the time. And they had this thing where every time, like once a week, one of them would go to the sign maker and have the sign maker make a sign that was bigger, just slightly bigger than the one on the store next to them. And then the other one would go the next week. So the signs are now like bigger than the shops themselves. They invented billboards in this reality.
Sign-makers made a killing off of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
No
Sent their
other
kids to
improvements were made to the
university.
store other than this.
No, there's, they've now become sort of a tourist attraction, as like the wives of both Baldur and Balmir know that like right around like 11:30 in the morning, they're gonna start bickering because they're hungry for lunch and they haven't gotten it yet. So they'll sort of stick their heads out of the windows of their shops and start yelling at each other across the alley. And tourists now know that this is gonna happen right around that time. And their wives now set up a little stall and they sell like lemonade and popcorn. So you can watch the two bicker in the alley.
All right. Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
So
But they
you
make
can
good
always
shit.
hear a little bickering.
They make
do.
good
They make
shit.
amazing stuff. So, yeah, absolutely. You head over to the little shack with
Mhm.
them in it.
And Gulch is definitely like a straight to business, very little small talk
Yeah.
type of person. Just who walks in, he's just like, so that frill like section I think would make a very good shield.
And everyone's
And-
like, "Oh, I think you're right. I think that's true. I think it would absolutely do that very thing. We got to figure out how to separate out the scales right now.
Mhm.
Because they got all those little projections on them, the little force projections that actually scrape. See, I've got here me adamantium all, and it scrapes the adamantium. It's crazy.
That is a tough one.
You guys want to keep the force stuff on it, or just get rid of it?
Well, I'd like to keep it on it there. I mean, it could be incredibly. I mean, it's a fundamental element made physical.
And we've got to go from the inside. We got to take it apart from the inside.
Oh, that's a good idea now.
If you can't get it from one side, you got to get it from the other. That's
Mm.
what Mom. Oh, never mind. That is not.
I am good now that you've got your planar touchstone. And thank you for bearing with me as I was trying to create that while we were streaming.
You made that while streaming? Holy
yeah,
shit.
I didn't have it before. I mean, no,
He
that was
does-
you
he
guys
does
are
a lot
doing
of
a thing.
it.
Yeah, no, this is
Dude, this thing is awesome. Like, thank you. Holy shit.
Kyle,
man.
that fucks.
Shout out
That
to
fucks so
Kyle.
hard.
This
Kyle
straight
is
fucks.
astonishingly good at coming up with things.
This is very true.
let me look and see if I can find I just want all right, I'm gonna pull up Baltor real quick so that I can actually like do some well, no, Balmir was the one. We don't have Balmir. So Baltor was the one that was fabulous as an
With the
artificer.
survival and the
Yeah, that does
stuff.
all kinds of things. I'm gonna say that they've been catching up with you, so he's level 10 now. So that's fun. And we're gonna do we're finally going to improve. He also has terrible wisdom. We're finally gonna improve his wisdom score here. Because it was always his original wisdom score, that was his dump stat.
Wow.
So yeah,
he wasn't always.
it wasn't
He
great.
wasn't always there.
Very smart. Very smart. Not super aware of what's going on. So yeah, it's gonna be a medicine check. And since he's got everybody's help, he can do it with advantage to sort of see how they want to pull things apart. Does anybody else have anything they want to do to help him out?
I'll use my expertise on the thing itself to kind of say like, oh, and this part moves, and like kind of help out the people that are around the area and him specifically.
Absolutely.
The anatomy.
Functionally, is there anything besides advantage that gives him?
I know of.
If not, if that's it, then we're gonna roll. We're gonna roll
Okay.
now.
Let's go.
All right.
Good.
hold on. What if I used
okay.
enlarge? What if I used and I
So
have
I'm just going to
enlarge
stop you
reduced.
there because we just critted.
That's a
So,
natty.
Boom.
That's a natty.
So
Okay,
yeah,
Easy.
so
just kidding.
Baltor and Balmir are sort of like digging around, like opening up the mouth, checking things out. And they just look at you and they're like, oh yeah, we could absolutely do this from the inside of the jaws over here. We'd want to get the teeth out first, of course, and then we could cut out the frill from the top over here. And you already got the eye, so that's good. How'd you get the eye out?
Oh,
That's a little crazy.
trade secrets. What can I say? You know.
Oh, I'll pick your brain later.
Of
Good
course.
sir. And you see, Baltor definitely like sort of heads over and like gives you a quick smile. And just like, yeah, you know a little about how to take an animal apart. Well, I feel like we could have a very nice conversation later. And you see,
Definitely my time.
yeah, Dapple sort of looks over at him and it's like, you'll keep your hands off.
Yeah. Excuse
dwarf.
me.
So they go in, they find a bunch of things. What would you like to do first? They have discovered that there is something absolutely that you can do with the stomach, but there's also something you can do with all of the muscle, all of the meat. What would you like? So you've got scales, frill, meat, stomach, and teeth that can all be harvested.
I guess Karhani can take her dagger and start cutting away like the muscles and the meat, just so that she can have it inspected or something.
Absolutely.
Or...
So give me a survival check as you try to sort of carve this meat out effectively.
Well, can I argue with sleight of hand?
In this case, no, because the survival is necessary for you to understand how to actually slice the meat.
Okay, okay.
So that you're not like going against the grain, that you're not hitting sinew, like all that kind of stuff.
Could you investigate?
Listen, I was trying to go.
Then do sleight of hand.
I think I can do that.
Medicine and then sleight of hand?
Investigate.
I can do that.
Yeah, but it would be medicine, not investigate, because they've already investigated for you.
No,
You would need to you'd need to understand the anatomy of this brand new creature.
Well, like either way, medicine or survival, it's going to be a +1, and then I was arguing sleight of hand because it's a +10. I mean, a +12. So I was like, give me those bonus points.
Give me.
Yeah. So you can. Yeah. So if you get because you're working with the dwarves, you can have advantage on the medicine check. And then you can, to actually make the attempt, you can then make me a sleight of hand check. And depending on how high you get on your medicine check, you might get advantage on that.
Okay.
In addition, so now let me explain this to chat, what's going on here. They are now actually trying to take this thing apart to create magic items. There's going to be a lot of checks involved in this. And if they do poorly with the checks, the stuff they harvest isn't going to be able to be used.
We have one advantage banked from Odd Bandicoot.
And you've got a total
2 plus
of
2s.
2 plus 2s.
Yep.
So hey chat, if you want to help them out, make some fabulous new magic items, which actually are going to then be created for real.
Okay, Kyle, this is no bullshit. Okay, I rolled a dirty 20 and a 19.
Racist.
On my medicine.
On your medicine? Okay, fabulous.
Yeah.
So
either way,
they've shown you how the muscles work, which is totally different than how they normally work. Like here on the physical plane, there's something weird about this, obviously.
Right.
So with a dirty 20, you may have advantage on your sleight of hand check to actually start carving the muscle out.
Okay. All right. Okay, I rolled 16 and a 19 for my sleight of check.
Okay, all right, fabulous.
So a 7, like 7 on the die, and a 3 on the. I mean, and a 4 on the die.
I love it. There is now with a 19, what you have gotten is you have started pulling out, because this thing is huge and it's going to take days to actually carve this all out. but you personally have just pulled 3 large chunks of meat. You watch as they get separated from the dreadnought, they seem to sort of like dry themselves out and turn almost to like jerky, just by virtue of being on the physical plane. And
Tasty.
yeah, as you look at them, you may make like you can identify them if you'd like to, or you can make like
Yeah,
an
I would love
Arcana
to.
check to see what's going on.
Yeah. Okay. So would that would be an investigation?
No, that would
That
be
identify?
the spell identify, or it would
Oh.
be an Arcana check.
Okay. Well, I'll do an Arcana. Oh my God, that's a 21.
No.
Holy cow!
I swear to
Nice.
God, I
It's
thank
killing
you,
Fabulous.
Jesus, and also God,
it.
and also
Wow.
myself.
Yeah.
Since I'm a
Right,
demigod,
right.
we cleared this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But in that order.
Yeah.
You now have
Mostly Jesus. Thank you,
you have
Jesus.
3 astral dreadnought jerkies. And what they do is when you eat them, they allow you to actually go to the astral plane for 1 minute. So it's just
Oh,
you, and it's just 1 minute, but if you know where you're going, you can actually go there. You can get places pretty quickly.
Oh
so
shit.
so yes, that will be very useful. Now it is a 1 full minute, and you don't get to come back until the end of that minute, and you're there physically. So
Right.
it's also
Oh,
you can use an action to eat it, like if you're dying, escape to the astral plane for 10 rounds, and then come back if you want.
Holy shit.
But you will be gone for 10 rounds. Other people start like pulling the astral jerky as well, and it seems like it looks like Baltor and Balmir are gonna start doing a pretty brisk trade in this, as the other thing is, if you don't know what's going on, you can hand somebody jerky and suddenly they'll be in the astral plane.
it's just a prank, dude.
So it could be a prank, or it could be like a mind-altering drug, or
You
all
know,
that good stuff.
It's just a prank, bro.
Just a prank,
So,
bro.
what would anybody else
See, the
like to see?
camera's
We
right
still
there.
have
Wow.
we have the frill, we have teeth,
I would
we have the
I would like to
stomach.
go for the frill.
All right, fabulous. They look at you and they say, "This would make, I think, a very good shield. I think this could be created for something very nice." As you touch it, and Amber, you notice this too, that like it weighs much less than you feel like it should. You know, like everything, it's like it's almost not quite there. So first, with that, you will need to make me some sort of check to determine how to detach it. So you can either make me a medicine check or a survival check.
Definitely medicine.
And Reginald will go over and just be like, "You might as well do your whole armor and everything too," and I'll give him guidance.
Ooh, fabulous. You wouldn't do that for Karhani, but you'll do it for Ed.
Listen,
Whatever.
Wow, that's
Gotta
smart.
You're a
have nerds.
bitch.
Gotta have the nerds. Karhani had it. Are you kidding me? She didn't look like she needed any help.
You're-
That's true. She's
Right,
scrappy.
yeah. Right, she got it. So Gulch, gimme. Let's see.
I just rolled them. So I rolled a 21 for medicine, and then plus guidance.
So 23.
That's 23.
Yeah. So you see, so
Solid.
Karhani has sort of loosened this up a little bit for you from the inside. She's cut out some meat like around that area, so it's
Mhm.
easier to get to this frill. So you know how to do it, so you can have advantage on your attempt. This will be a survival check to actually carve it out.
Oh, that's stealth. Whoops. I
Yeah,
clicked
which
the
is
wrong one.
different.
Still not
That's
20, I
that's
mean.
the correct one.
There we go. So 19. So now tell me, would you like to keep that 19? Would you like to add some +2s to it? would you like to re-roll it using the advantage that's been
Bless.
given?
Do you mean guidance, not bless?
That too.
Oh, okay.
You have guidance.
I
Oh
have
yeah,
guidance.
so utilize that.
4.
That's
It
a
was
4.
4. With a 23, I'll ask the same question. Do you want to keep that? Or do you want to try for better?
I think I'm gonna stick. I don't think I'm gonna get much better than a 23. I think I'm gonna stick
All
with
right.
23.
Fabulous. With a 23, you are able to separate that frill from the rest of the monster. And because you got over 20, there is, and just so you know, this is the first time that you've been doing this, there are, every 5 points is another sort of level of what that'll get you, like how well you do this. So like how pristine this item is and how easy it will be to enchant. So with a 23, you absolutely get it out. It looks great. It is much lighter than you thought it would be. And the dwarves sort of like check it out. They look it over and they say, oh, I think this could be turned into quite a fantastic little shield. You know what? And they start analyzing it with a few little magical instruments they have. They're like, I think that perhaps this could be a shield of shield. And it would be, if you want to have them work on it, they can turn it into a shield that is also the epitome of the shield spell. Not meaning that it will give you a bonus to your AC above and beyond the shield bonus. It won't be as big as the shield spell. You'll get an extra
5.
+1.
Okay.
But it also blocks magic missiles and force attacks from the ethereal plane.
Yeah, I'll definitely let them work on this. That sounds awesome.
Fabulous. There's who's next? Who wants to try?
I want to
Grab
try.
some things. All right, what are you looking for?
I'm gonna make some new clothes. I feel like the leather and the armor pieces that it has is going to make some really powerful magic resistant and like force and stuff resistant clothing and armor. So I'm gonna try to go for that.
Fabulous. All right. Because you've got all the dwarves, because you went back and you got all the dwarves and you did all the things, you get all their help on all of this, so you can have advantage on your either for you, because you have studied all of this stuff for a while. I will let you initially do either a medicine check or just a straight intelligence check to see, if you can figure out how this is all put together.
Okay, let's see how I do with intelligence. Oh my god! Oh my god! That's
Great.
All right,
That's
so fabulous.
great.
So you critted. You know exactly what's going on with these things. You see how the scales overlap and how they're connected with each other, and you recognize that the thing that is keeping them attached to each other and to the meat inside this thing is not physical. That if you cast Dispel Magic on this thing, the scales will all just fall off. That's what you get for the crit.
I look at my hand and I think to myself, and I just kind of move my hand out and like summon the power of my planar touchstone and touch that like membrane that's holding all of those shields parts, the armor parts, so that way they all fall off.
Fabulous. I love it. As you do that, you see them all fall, and you see that they all look like sort of leaves, like they're just very light. And you see some of them starting to get picked up by the wind. What do you do?
Oh my gosh. Holy shit. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Let's see.
Nope. Anybody else want to help? There's all kinds of stuff to do here. You start seeing the wind picking up and all of these fabulous little things.
Yeah, I would start moving to
like
catch some.
Diraxis is
like a
gonna
vacuum
catch.
cleaner.
Oh, there, go ahead.
You
like a
what?
vacuum cleaner. I vortex warp and I move that one of the vortexes to like sweep all of the like as many scales as I can up, and then I put them in like a container next to me that is being used for collecting resources.
Okay, fabulous. You definitely pull a whole bunch of them, but there's still a bunch that are about to start flying around.
Guys, grab as many as you can.
Karhani just flies. She just flies as hard as her little fairy wings can take her and just flits around trying to like snag up as much as she can. She probably also uses, this is like the worst way to use this, but fuck it. She uses the whip of Erebos to like, you know, to fling stuff to her. You know.
As you are flying around doing this, are you touching them with your hand?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
She doesn't even think about it.
How many
She doesn't
how
even
many
think
are
about
left?
it. She's just panicking. She's just panicking to like, huh.
As soon as you touch one, I would like you to tell me what kind. First, do you turn into a plant or an animal?
Turn into a bread box. No, no. I turn into a plant, a hydrangea.
All right, fabulous. So suddenly you touch it, and you just turn into this beautiful hydrangea that is now just growing, sort of rolling around and trying to find its roots over in the area. But as these things are now starting to fly around, you get bumped occasionally by them, and it's like you're a hydrangea, and then you're a sparrow, and then it's a very interesting experience for you. You're still conscious of everything that's going on. And after about like the fourth or fifth time, you shift back to Karhani, and you're now on the ground.
How many are there still?
Oh, there's hundreds. This thing is huge.
How big of an area are they all in right now?
They're right now they are just right around the Astral Dreadnought, so in an area that's like about 50 feet by 30 feet.
Okay. So Daraxis is gonna raise his hands, and he is going to I already lost the term. Let me check real quick. It is quicken. We are going to quicken spell both. He's going to shape water and cover the whole area in water. And right as it's like the water is like in its highest point, he's going to use his other hand and cast a ray of frost to just freeze all of these things in place.
I love it. You get inspiration. That's delightful. There's and I will absolutely allow it since you're not like attempting to use it as like an attack or anything. He's
just spraying.
Yeah, absolutely. There is now like this sort of very intricate lacy trellis on top of the Astral Dreadnought that is like this spray of water turned to ice, carrying all of these fabulous little scales. You can now grab the scales at your convenience, although the ice is going to melt, so you're going to have to do it really quickly. So Reginald, you now have the scales of the Astral Dreadnought.
Good job, Daraxis. I mean, and who says that sorcerers are useless?
Yeah, I mean, we could do things. I mean, wait, people say that?
Oh, dear.
Don't let it get to you. It's okay.
I mean, I don't. I like who I am.
Yeah.
As the dwarves come over and check out these scales, they start sort of analyzing them. They say, "Ooh, this is quite interesting. My goodness!" And there's so many. We could do several things with it. We could make some fabulous gloves with it. We could make some armor with it. Yes, we could. I mean, we could even make a very fancy hat.
Oh, Can I get the whole ensemble? How much is that going to cost me?
And we could make some boots. Yeah, so the whole ensemble together. By the way, your shield is going to cost about 2,500 gold pieces to get made. There's to like enchant it and do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't been paid in, or Draxus hasn't paid in probably 3 months.
I have not been paid before, so
yeah, there is for all 4 of those items, for armor, gloves, hat, and boots, they look at you and say, for all 4 together, I'll give you a deal, and I'll give it to you for 7,500 gold. If we did all of them separately for different people, it'd be about 10,000 gold. So,
hello.
Yes, it is. And what they start explaining is that all of these little force hairs, these little fibers, seem to be still connected to all kinds of color pools all through the astral sea. So they will give you fabulous powers having to do with the planes. The armor, if you create it, will give you advantage on every attack from any outer planar creature. So that includes any undead, celestials, elementals, or fiends. They will all have disadvantage on attacks against you while you are wearing that armor.
Does that include physical and spells by them too?
Not necessarily the spells.
Okay.
No, that is just things that get close enough for the force hairs to actually like sort of
physical
shift
attacks.
things around a bit. Yeah. So any physical attacks from any of them. The hat being made of this will give you advantage on any checks that you make to navigate the color pools in the astral sea, but also will give you advantage on any checks to, as you are doing any sort of planar traveling, to get to where you want to go.
Love that.
The gloves are going to be my favorite. They are gloves of banishment. You can punch an extra planar creature, and they will have to, and it's as though the banishment spell has been cast on them, and they will have to survive it. They'll have to overcome your DC or get banished back to whatever plane they came from. So those gloves, so they do not work on anyone from the prime material plane. They won't do anything to them. But you can also hit creatures in the ethereal plane with it, as they are covered in force spikes.
And the boots.
So
this
weird.
last
And the boots. The boots are going to be a fabulous. They will give you advantage on any teleportation spells that you cast to determine whether you get to where you're supposed to go properly. Yeah, absolutely, Proxima. One punch. There's
one. Yes.
There is, yes. So they can be kept as a set, or they can be distributed amongst your colleagues. If somebody does keep them as a set, I will say that the combined power of all of this, you know what I'm going to say? This is where the anti-magic of the Astral Dreadnought comes into play. Anyone that wears them as a set can no longer be targeted by spells, but they also cannot cast any spells themselves.
Oh, that's a tough break.
Yeah.
Yikes.
What if they have the whole set and they're attuned to the touch?
Yeah, still can't cast me spells.
Ah, dang it.
No, they won't make it
guess,
past your aura.
You might split it up for now. Let's do the hat and the armor for me for now.
Fabulous. And everyone, like after stream, send me a message, and I will start creating all of these various magical items in D&D Beyond, so you can have them. But
Give
you
me
might
the
have to
meat.
make. Yeah, the what?
The meat.
Yep. You want all that meat.
The meat, get the
Meat.
meat.
You want all that meat.
The Arby's. The astral plane Arby's.
Did you hear that
Oh.
Arby's bought Buffalo Wild
Oh.
Wings?
Are you
Oh my
serious?
God.
Yeah,
That explains a lot.
I'm sorry. Absolutely, I will risk the copyright strike. Baltor and Balmir just opened an Arby's.
It's our bees. Like,
Yeah,
It's
it's
our
our
bees.
bees. It's
Our
our
bees.
bees
Oh my god.
because they've got the meats.
They do.
Maybe you should commission the boots and the gloves. I feel like, or at least the gloves. I feel like that would be pretty cool for you.
Who are you talking to?
Gulch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe the
Yeah, that would be delightful.
Yeah, and maybe we can give the boots to Diraxus because he seems like he likes to teleport.
Yeah,
He does like to
I like
teleport.
going places. It's
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah, so that is so we've got the scales, the frill, the eye, the meat. There's still two things left, the teeth and the stomach.
Yeah, I was thinking about the stomach. This is talking to Baltor and Balmir because well, I have this this helmet, you see. It's allows me to teleport. But from what I understand, the stomach it's like another plane. Like,
You can roll me an Arcana check to see whether or not you actually would know that, because aside from being swallowed, there's just no
quit,
way.
baby, yes!
Oh my god!
Yes.
How many crits are we gonna get today?
Every crit. Every crit
I
try.
know all
You
the
put
things.
together a team of gods.
I did.
Oh.
I did.
It's
There
the
is-
Phoenix
yes.
dice.
It is.
It
It
is
is Phoenix
100%
dice.
dice.
That's
it's the
what it
Phoenix
is.
dice.
As you look at it, you absolutely know this about it. There were tales told in the temples in the Drow city that you grew up in about this pocket dimension. Yes, would you like to try to grab the stomach?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll tell you, I'm not opposed to like having a new item, but I have an item. Is it possible to augment things with things from this? Is it within your
Well, it depends.
capabilities?
Depends on what you'd like to do with it.
You want me to tell you above table?
Yeah.
Okay, above table. Currently I can only teleport to places in the material plane. It'd be dope as shit to be able to go to other planes as well.
That's a different spell. That's a plane shift spell. That is 7th
okay.
level.
Okay.
Hey, get out of here.
Teleport
Get outta
7th
here.
level too.
Yeah, go on.
It is.
Go on. With
Go
you.
on, get it.
Alright. Okay. That was the
Spray
thing.
you with water. I am spraying you with water.
Okay. Alright. Honestly, I'm pretty content. I was thinking of just augmenting something like, but I'm above table. But yeah, we'll figure out what it does, and we'll go from there. So yeah, let's do something with this stomach. It's cool.
So
I like
it's very interesting. You look at it and you see that there's no actual opening.
Oh, it's like
There's just sort of a wall of flesh
bag.
at the back of the mouth. But you can see sort of a different colored spot. Oh, it's a doggy.
She back.
It's a stream puppet.
Dream pupper.
Hi,
Those of
stream
you who haven't met her, this is
puppet.
Dublin. She is
I
adorable,
haven't met your
but
puppy.
she is
No.
very dumb. She
I love
looks at
her.
reflections of herself for hours.
Yeah. Maybe
Stupid.
she's just conceited.
Yeah, she
don't
could
know.
be. She's just a little stupid. She's a little stupid. Okay, but we love
Hi,
her.
Dublin.
She's
Can you
so
boop
pretty,
her?
though.
Existential crisis is just like looking at its own.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
Can you,
Yeah.
can you boop her?
yeah.
Oh, yes.
Boop.
Yes.
Aw.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my
Yes.
god.
Yeah, she's 6 months
Oh.
old.
She's
Yes,
6
Labradoodle.
months
she
old.
is.
Labradoodle.
Oh, look at her sleeping on you. Oh my
Yeah.
God, Lando.
She's a
This
cuddle.
is a
the
puppy
cutest
stream
thing.
now.
Yeah.
Fuck Delver's
Yeah.
stream.
Just
Yeah.
real quick story. When she got her
Stream.
first shots, she didn't cry at all. She just cuddled with the nurses that gave her shots.
Oh.
Yes, she is so precious, but she's also
A
such
baby.
trouble.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
getting into lots of things.
Erigenasi's like, you need to add a channel point use to boop the puppers.
But
I'm
Oh, yeah.
like, absolutely. Yes. Yes, that is a thing.
if anyone wants to do a Dublin emote, we will. We'll
Boop the
we'll talk.
Dublin.
Boop the Dublin.
Oh
All
my
right.
God,
She's
look
super
at her
sweet.
little face.
Now,
Sorry, distracted everybody.
no, absolutely. So I would like you to roll me, with advantage, you can roll me either the medicine or survival check to sort of check out and see
They're both horrible.
if you can do it. Let's see. Yeah, Diraxis is going to mess this up. It's going to be terrible.
Definitely. Medicine. Oh, 19.
Okay, 19.
Okay.
19, fabulous.
Okay.
So
Also,
you
I
understand.
have. This is the one where we're getting. One more is gonna be really helpful, right? I have a thingy. I can do. Or is this
yeah.
just? This isn't like the actual cutting. This is just.
This isn't the actual cutting. This is
Okay,
to figure out
okay.
if you can figure out how.
Then. I'll wait. Oh,
Okay.
oh. Oh, there we go.
It's fine.
Nice.
I was just getting low on power. I need to hook back in.
Gotcha.
There's so now with a 19, you can definitely, if you get over 15, you can have advantage on the cutting check.
Perfect.
So give me give me the survival check now to see if you can
And
cut this weird discolored
It's not
spot
with
out.
advantage, or it is.
It is with advantage.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Dublin, you're so cute, but you make it hard to.
Yes, Dublin.
All right, so I'm gonna
You're
use
gross.
magical guidance. I'll put that in
Okay.
chat. Basically, because I'm chaotic as fuck, I can re-roll a d20. See what happens.
Do it.
So,
Do it.
19.
Ooh, with a
And then
19.
I have bend luck, which I also put in there. I've been reading my character sheet and make sure I know everything that I'm doing because I didn't as much. I can spend 2
I love
points
it.
and basically give myself
A 1d4.
yeah, 1d4.
Okay.
We'll roll
All right.
that sucker.
Do you have guidance?
Do I have
Yeah,
guidance?
I'll walk over and give him some guidance.
20. All right.
All right.
No.
So we're 20.
24.
25. Oh, 24. Does anybody else have anything to?
Oh, I'll use
help
I'll
out
use
with?
one of the +2s.
Ooh, with the
Just
25.
Put it over.
Use
Oh.
both.
Yeah.
Why not?
Right.
Yeah, use them. I mean,
Well-
we have like what, 10 minutes left in stream?
Yeah,
Use
right.
them.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. 27.
27. So, since you got above a 25, as you pull this out, it becomes more rigid. And it's about as tall as you are, and it looks like it can't really be diminished at all. As you sort of roll it out, the dwarves are like, oh, this is interesting. Let's see what's going on over here with this thing. It is, because you got above 25, you in fact got the whole demiplane.
What?
So it's not that it's going to be added to anything. You now have a portal to a demiplane.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's
Like an actual, yeah. It's not, it's rigid, so you can't like fold it or anything like that. So it'll have to be set up somewhere where there's like a solid wall behind it or some sort of structure around it. But you now can utilize this to go to and from the demiplane that used to be the stomach of this astral.
Will it fit in a bag of
Dreadnought.
holding?
It should, yeah.
Okay.
Just like, but do
I'm
you wanna do that?
above table. I'm trying to gauge whether or not you want to allow us to have,
I'm
like
I'm
more
curious
access to
if
it.
you want to put this into a bag of holding.
Do you want to do that?
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah.
You want to
Would you
put
like to do that?
No.
Would you?
I don't even have
demi-plane.
I don't even have a bag of holding. I was just curious.
No.
No.
Oh, okay. All right then. I'm glad that the wisdom of the puppers
Yes, thank you, Dublin. Even though you're
gave you
stupid,
insight
you helped
into
me.
that. In my one of the Wednesday campaigns that I do, we had a player put one bag of holding into another bag of holding, and destroyed the entire stockpile of this magical merchant
Oh no.
in one go. Yeah.
If you haven't done it at
Big
least
sad.
once, I recommend it.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it's very
Don't cross the
interesting.
It's
streams.
crazy.
Have you seen
No.
that?
Do cross the street.
Have you seen that that build of an arrow with like a bag of holding attached and a portable hole wrapped in it, so when it hits something it collapses and it pushes one into the other? So it's like a
Oh God.
that is
is-
distressing.
That is
Unacceptable.
terrifying. Okay,
No.
sweet. Yeah, we got in
And there's what is left is just the teeth.
teeth. Well,
I'll do the teeth.
yeah,
That
you
looks
probably
awesome.
are better
I
at
was-
it than.
All right. Give me that sweet little rolling. Give me some medicine. Give me some medicine rolling.
I think I got a. You said it was either a medicine or intelligence, and I got a crit the last time. So does that help me
Okay.
at all with this one?
I'm gonna spray you with the same bottle.
Just checking. No, unless you ask.
That is true, and that is fair. But
So
Yeah,
you
no,
said,
it's
you said
absolutely
just
fair.
medicine for this one?
Ooh, an 11. Yeah.
I don't think my bonus works. I think it's just.
So you
me.
still have an advantage. You still have
Yes.
one advantage left.
We do.
I'll roll it. I'll roll the advantage.
All right, let's see.
Oh,
Let's see.
my god!
What
God,
the
what is
fuck?
happening?
Yes.
Who gave
What
me
you
is
this?
serious?
happening
Who
right
are
now?
you?
This is another one.
This is
Good
you that did
God.
this. You did that roll, not me. 'Cause I have
The
terrible
chat
luck,
did. I
okay?
think
Yeah,
it was.
you
Who in
you can
chat?
pull
Yeah, who in chat
you
was
can
the fucking
pull a
hero?
total of 20 teeth from this thing if you succeed, depending on how you succeed on your rolls.
491
This is-
Phantom is the hero. Just want to.
Phantom?
Yes, yes.
wanna-
With their 20s, yes, absolutely. I'm now going to need your survival
Can you
check, which you may absolutely make at advantage. Because you critted on this, I will give you advantage +3.
So, dirty 19
So-
plus 3, and then I'm going to guidance myself because
Okay.
I can.
So 22. And let's
guidance
see.
Is
And-
going to be just a D4, right?
Yeah.
So another.
So
3.
25. Fabulous. I love
Anybody
it.
else?
Does anybody else want to help
I
him
can
out?
I can
Get
bend
higher?
luck, but it's only a D4, so I don't think we'll hit another
Sure.
milestone.
Doesn't-
how
it needs
many
to be above
plus
a
twos do we
25.
have left?
I think
that's it.
I think Lando used them.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'll do
Maybe
bend
that-
luck and just like wave my hand and be like, "Gonna do something
Fabulous.
interesting."
Just make it above
I love it.
25. So you said another D4 for Ben Luck?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 27.
All right. Fabulous. With a 27. Oh, Aaron Janasi coming in clutch. Coming in clutch.
What should you do?
You have 4 plus 2s if you would like.
This is the last one. Do you want to just do all of them?
Sure.
Yeah.
So that's plus 8.
Plus a
So are we at 35?
35.
7
Yep.
plus 8.
You're at
Yeah.
35. Okay.
Do it.
Um,
The
I
teeth.
need to look at something real quick. Please talk amongst yourself about how you are being astral dreadnought dentists
Yeah.
right now.
Draxus
I
is
look
using
on
the
thing.
tube of the thing to pretend like it's a sword because he's never used a sword and just like.
Absolutely.
I think Reginald is straight up giving a master class of how to pull dreadnought teeth at this point. He's just sitting there. He's got his like surgical mask on and his blue like surgical apron, and some of the other dwarves that have come to like help, and some of the pirates and everybody else are like kind of there taking notes. And I'm like, yes, as you see here, the pre-dermals, and they just like,
Wow.
Karhani's just
yeah.
giving. Karhani's just like talking to like shady characters about like, okay, this is how you like repurpose everything. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Any part of a body can be used.
Yeah.
Any part
That's
of a body.
right.
Yeah, like
That's
formians can be
right.
used as sandbags
Yeah.
to build things.
Like they're
As with a
fireworks.
35, what happens is you see these teeth as they come out, you sort of are like piling them up behind you, and the massive amounts of magic that are still here from the elemental, from Shark Week, from the Astral Dreadnought itself, from the new planar touchstone, from all of the planar touchstones working together. Just a few are there's still all of these resonant things happening. You see them begin to sort of form up on their own as you pull the last teeth. And that creature appears. The teeth have become a dragon bone golem.
It's
What?
it's beautiful.
Wait a second.
Dragon
Is it
bone
hostile?
golem.
So just,
Kyle,
and you
I can't go into
see
initiative. I have stream in an hour.
Yeah, no, I know. There's
Is it
and
nice?
you see it crawl over to the little shack that Baldur and Balmir have set up. And you see it just curl itself around the shack and go to sleep.
What?
can we keep
Yeah.
him, please?
Yeah, there is now Baldur and Balmir, the dwarf. The artificers now have a dragon bone golem protector.
Yeah, my guess is that's payment enough.
I mean, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
They
fair-
say
it's
now
a- it's
you
a fair
see them
trade.
sort of like you see them pet little dragon bone golem. Little its name is Dublin.
Oh, yes!
Dublin is now a
Yes.
dragon bone golem.
She
That
is.
protects
She
the dwarf.
fucking is. Oh my God.
Yes, and I think now that you've all gotten fabulous magic items from this, and we've learned a little about the prophecy, had a nice, very gentle stream today after an intense 24 hours with these characters. I want to thank everyone for being here for the Shark Week month of March.
Yes.
Had so much fun. I would like to hear from each person before we head out. First, hit !raffle to enter the raffle we will be drawing in just a moment. But I'd love to hear from each of you. What was your favorite part of this month's adventure?
Oh man, where to start? We did so
Oh,
much.
jeez, we did just do so much.
My
Was
perception of time has been completely skewed by events.
Yeah.
So like,
Absolutely.
That's
I'm
like
trying to
my,
remember. I'm like, wasn't that like 3 months ago?
That's like my whole
No, that was-
life right now.
It's been a week.
Ah,
It's been a week.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I guess mine has to be creating a tether for an astral dreadnought
yeah.
and giving it a corporeal form. And not
Yeah.
expecting that to work, but I critted, so it worked. So
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. Absolutely. What about you, Duraxis?
Oh man, that's a great question. I think my favorite moment was probably when sorry. Probably when Duraxis like annihilated. Well, because originally, for all of the like the events, originally I was like, oh, he's not strong. Oh, he's not quick. And I was like, but he's magic. That makes up for a lot of things
Yeah,
that
it
lack
does.
when you're
It does.
creative with magic. So that was a lot of fun, just being creative with that and just coming up with ways to win, even though he's a slow and bodied person.
Yeah,
Made
absolutely.
up for it with some fabulous.
I love it.
That was pretty
Makes me
great.
so
That was a lot of
happy.
fun.
And what about Reginald there?
For Reginald, the treasure wasn't the dreadnought, but the friends we made along the way.
And the pirate you tried to flirt with.
Listen,
Yeah,
no, it's gonna
absolutely.
happen.
that's the prologue.
Yeah, it's
okay?
absolutely
That's
gonna happen.
the fade to black. Okay, that's all that happens.
That's right. Phantom's favorite moment was assisting with the recovery of the stomach demi-plate.
Yes.
Absolutely. What were some of the other
Flushed it
chat
out.
favorite moments?
Flushed it out.
Yes, chat, please share. I'm very
Yeah, let
curious
us
to see.
know
Yeah.
I mean,
what your
definitely.
favorite moments were. I think that personally, my favorite moment was definitely getting to reveal what's going on with these planar touchstones.
Yeah.
That made me. I've been sitting on that for so many months, waiting for the moment when I could actually reveal it. That made me very, very happy. And let's draw a fabulous Phoenix dice, and we're gonna do two. Oh, Gulch, yes, Gulch. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I thought Yeah.
It's a bit weird, but I think my favorite was the first session being charmed into just playing like festival games and summoning Leviathan.
Absolutely. That is delightful.
It was so fun.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh no, Eratanasi, absolutely. The puppy boot is Eratanasi's favorite part of this whole campaign.
Oh,
100%.
okay. So I'll make.
Dublin is the star.
I will make a channel reward points where in the middle of the stream I'll go find Dublin and get her.
Wow.
You know what I need that to be? I need that command to be summon a dragon bone golem.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
Perfect. Summon
like-
the Dragon Bone Golem.
For like 500 points, like for nothing. For
Yeah,
just very few points.
just there.
Summon a dragon.
All right,
Wait, and
perfect.
just have people like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, people are like,
Yeah.
oh, they'd be like,
Absolutely.
it's this puppy.
I feel like Dublin would really love that.
She would.
Just
yeah.
being summoned on a regular basis. So let's draw some dice. First, we're gonna do the D&D Beyond digital dice.
All
Let's
right.
see who
There you
wins
go. All right,
that.
so closing
shall
up the
we?
entries.
Yeah.
Now, that's
And
done.
after this,
Okay.
we're gonna raid
Okay.
fabulous people. So be prepared for that. Get you a whole bunch of channel points so you can summon a Dragon Bone Golem next time.
Yes. All right, here. The winner for that is Reading Aloud.
Very nice.
That
Reading
is good.
aloud, please.
Reading aloud is a
send
good
me-
skill that I don't really
Yeah,
have.
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes, it is.
Send me, please send me a whisper here and say that you won the digital dice, and I will set you up with that, and that will be fabulous. And now, let's see who wins the Phoenix
All right,
dice.
here we go. Roll Together RPG.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Kristen, I love that.
Yes.
Okay, fabulous.
Good.
I will send
deserves it.
Chris. Yeah, I'll send Chris a thing. Hold on just a sec. I'm actually gonna send it to him right now. We'll do this.
Awesome. All right, that completes it.
This- I love it.
Amazing.
Thank you all for being here. I'm so excited that everybody was here and wanted to spend a nice chill stream with us. Just so you know, our streams are never this chill.
No.
No.
This is not a thing.
No.
This is
This-
Very unusual.
As we were saying
But
earlier
I-
in this session, this is like session 7 of that happened in like 24 hours,
Yeah.
Yeah,
fighting
absolutely,
black dragons and
Yeah, it definitely
Yes.
is. Yeah, it is,
Oh.
and I'm super happy about it. It makes me very, very happy. So remember, as we raid somebody, what we do is we tell them what we're bringing to the potluck. I personally am going to be bringing some dreadnought stomach
Hmm.
to the potluck. What
Nice.
about you?
Nice.
I'm bringing this tropical smoothie cafe smoothie.
Nice.
It's
Uh,
got like pomegranate and strawberry, and it's
So you just can't be bothered to make anything for the potluck. You're just gonna
it's a
stop
beach
by.
episode.
That's true. That's true.
I love it.
I'm
That
gonna
is
bring
cute.
a player's spray bottle.
oh,
Perfect.
Perfect.
Just in case anyone else needs to use it.
Halfling pirate queen +1. That's what I'm bringing.
Oh, there you go.
I'm
I
bringing
love
this
it.
thing that I was gonna show off, but it never actually got dark enough in my room to show off. So,
Oh my god, I love it.
Ooh.
I
That's
was
awesome.
gonna use it for lighting, and
So
then
much
it
fun.
never got dark enough to actually be
know.
bright.
No, one day
Right.
though. One day. Mwah, thank
You guys are
all. We will
wonderful.
See you soon.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.